I get knocked out of the World Cup. I did not concede a goal. Every single shot that was taken at me as the goalkeeper, I made every single save. All 3 games ended 0-0. Now, realistically, what more could the goalkeeper do? He's the star player on the side.
A manager have to score.
The goalkeeper. That's why I said realistically. You know.
When I don't get a free kick, him should have take it.
What more could the goalkeeper?
No, the other day we hear about the goalkeeper from
Brazil.
Yeah, we score 130.
Yeah.
The goalkeeper have to take some free kick.
Okay, yeah, so the goalkeeper, yeah.
But you know, says Zidane, if enough means what was required, you know, so there is, we have to start look if anybody has ever done enough.
No, that came to me this morning.
When your team win, in a basketball game, when you score 60 points.
You could have scored more.
No, your team win.
Yeah.
So let us say the other team, let us say you score 60, you win 100 to 98, and the man will win scored 60 on the winning team. Him, you wonder if he did enough, even though him winning enough, because 100 points, him win in team, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you get the message.
I understand what you're saying, man.
What was required to beat the team is 101 points.
Yes.
Or 9, whatever.
And you only got 60, even though you win.
So he didn't do what was required for his team to win, you know.
Yes.
Completely, you know.
Yes, you could have done more, so you didn't do enough.
Yeah, but the other team members contribute 40 as well.
Yes.
So you probably have to wonder, what was it that was required when a team make 300? Is 301 required for beat them, you know?
Yes.
Now, when me make 150, you probably have to wonder, did I do what was required? Or it is really me and my teammates do what was required? You know?
Yes.
So even in a scenario where my team wins again,
Yes.
and I made a sterling contribution, my individual contribution was not enough to win. You know?
Mm-hmm.
You get the point I'm making?
Yes, I understand the point fully.
In a basketball game, no one man ever did enough to win. No. Game, you know? So you still want it.
Yeah, your teammates carry him along.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when I scored 60 points and me win a game in basketball, did I do enough or did my team do enough? Whether I'm a winner or not.
Your team did enough.
The team did enough.
Because they're going to say you still could have done more. Eh? That's what
I never did enough to win because I never scored all of the points that was required.
Yes, that's how they reason the thing.
Anyway, who is our first call? Hello.
Mount Salem, you there?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mount Salem.
How are you doing?
Yes, Mr. Higgins, that example that you give should end the argument.
Yeah. Me never do enough.
Man, that should end the argument because it cannot be just if the person win if he did enough because the same that you are using. If the man scores 60 points and they needed 70 points to win, he didn't do enough, you know, because he's not the one who make all the points, you know.
Yeah,
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So that and I can't understand. All right.
So no one man has ever done enough.
Yes, indeed.
To win any team game.
Win or lose,
yes,
no one man has done enough.
Because if you take away the assistance from the other members of the team,
you would have lost.
His individual contribution wouldn't make his team win.
Yes, so
no one man's performance is ever good enough to win anything.
Right.
Yes.
So if Western is chasing 400 to win, and Brian Lara make 390 out of it, Brian Lara still did enough, you know.
No.
Because he's not the one who make all the runs, you know.
No.
The non-striker and whatsoever.
Yeah, man. So if you want to get real technical, no one individual has ever done enough to make any team win the pan.
Except for individual sport.
Except in individual sport.
Yeah, so when ball goes to the real, he did not do enough as what he did when he's doing his individual
no, you never do it.
His individual thing.
You never did enough to win enough.
That's why they said you are this and you are that.
The man win the next argument for you, you know. The man is arguing against himself, you know, because he's proving to us now that there's never an individual who can do enough. So that's why you can't use winning to determine who is greater than who.
Then let me tell you, no one man has ever done enough to win. No.
Yes.
So no one man has ever done what
man of the clan, Mr. Higgins, before I go, Badger is a man of the clan. What Badger and Oral is actually asking people to be God, you know. That is what Baggio and
I want Baggio to come here now and tell me what more could the goalkeeper could have done in my scenario.
Baggio is asking the people because only God alone I know could actually win something by himself. I don't think that no human being could do that.
Well, but I want Baggio to try and answer that question. What could the goalkeeper
I'm not even saying longer this evening because I want to hear their response on this one.
All right.
Have a good day.
All right, Monty. Who is this? Omar Williams? Or 7?
Ever. Tell the people that say Manchester boy, Omar Williams are something else. This youth, yeah. This youth are knowledge about the football that he is, man. You remember when I came on this program and I was telling you about the player named Van Dijk?
Yeah.
You remember what was always my problem? He wasn't doing his defensive job. So when do not tell me say my organized backline, I tell you something, I see my tackling enough for me. In constantly want the ball, I'm have some midfielder. And if I was in Liverpool, morning, noon and night, Darren Nunes would never do another training but put the ball in my back of net. You guys remember me telling you these things?
Yes. I remember.
Well, exactly. And then someday Liverpool, my boss. You see Van Dijk tackle yesterday?
Well, here, I am saying if Liverpool can play them kind of ball, yeah, like they played yesterday, then what is preventing them from having a better season than they're having?
That exactly.
If you can turn in that kind of performance,
that's why I wasn't buying the argument that they clean this and the team that and
the same team all and midfield slow and if the team is capable of putting in that kind of performance, then you have to wonder.
Orville, all that other man, and I said this even the Kevin De Bruyne point. I admit it made the Kevin De Bruyne point earlier this season. So listen, kept bringing this man from the right side of foolishness. Once you put this man to play through the middle, this man unstoppable, brother. If you have all in front of him,
but Kevin De Bruyne hardly plays on any side of the field. Usually coming through the middle.
No man, check again from the start I see.
Doesn't Kevin De Bruyne play a free role for Man City?
No man, he play from the right side, even against Liverpool.
No man, not that easy.
Yeah, well look at
generally.
Oh, generally.
Generally, that's not what I'm seeing.
But this season, that is what Pep moved. Pep moving to the right side earlier in the season.
Okay.
And I've Gundo and them a play through the middle. I mean, so what kind of foolishness is this? Something like this, my boss.
Well, City is doing well. Arsenal is just being very consistent this season.
But as I say, Liverpool yesterday, and Orville,
yeah,
I knew Liverpool they got off them out, you know.
Boy, yeah, you're sounding brilliant.
No, but he did say so.
Oh, yes, he did. Yeah,
and MU come and tell him, say, I'm madness, matter.
Listen, Orville, who can see my WhatsApp status, but tell them, say, we're going to beat them yesterday until them die. And if the 7 are not close to die, then I don't know what else is. Because as I said before, I was impressed. I see Darren Nunes, I put the ball in the back of the net.
Right. Brother, when you Gagpo, who hear some people are calling him cricket on him something, the boy, I'm shame them people in my boss.
But hey, what convinced me when here is a ball, I say, come cross, I see the man flicking from behind him foot in the back of the net, and I say, okay. Me good now, me alright. For him have the confidence to flick that ball between him legs. That's a ball where I scored 30 or 40 goals a season, I do them something in my boss.
Mm-hmm.
So from me see him do that, I say, okay, me alright now. But as I say, this is my problem with Klopp, my boss. Yeah?
Mm.
When him did, I want to face him stay night too long. Yeah, him did have the strong midfielder. The midfielder, them know they're not strong. But guess what? Them have more creativity on the ball.
Sometimes,
so
while I was seeing the game yesterday, I'm wondering if it's just some jinx when Man U have Rona Anfield. Because for the last 10 games, you know, I see it put up. I didn't check, but from fairly reliable sources, that in the last 10 games at Anfield, is Liverpool 36-2.
In terms of points?
In terms of goals.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
36-2 in the last 10 games on Anfield with them.
36 goals conceded?
Liverpool would have scored
36. So Man U would have conceded 36 goals in the last 10 games at Anfield. Yeah. Wow.
So Man U too.
Wow.
So Man U, if that record is true, Man U would have only scored twice in the last 10 games. Mm-hmm. The last time Man U would have won at Anfield was under Mourinho, me understanding, at 2016.
We are done this.
I wonder what happened in that game.
But
Hold the line, Omar Williams. We'll take a break. We're coming back.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Whether you are redecorating your home, looking for a gift idea, or simply feel for some retail therapy, Ascent Supercenter is the place to be. Regal Plaza Kingston and Linston. We have it all. From linens and curtains to appliances and cookware, furniture, rugs, and wall decor. It's everything for your home and more.
Ascent Supercenter, we're gonna make you smile. Ascent Supercenter, it's a lifestyle.
Lifestyle.
Give a little, a lick something. US $1 JD 150 every time you receive a remittance from Lasco Money Transfer to sponsor a social project selected by the Jamaica Social Stock Exchange. Say, I want to donate $1 to the cashier. Donations accepted at these locations: 38.5 Red Hills Road, Kingston 10, 15 Chandos Place, Poppin Square, Kingston 10, and Shop 203 Bayway Shopping Center, 3 St. James Street, Montego Bay.
Importers, submit proper invoices to customs to reduce delays in clearing shipments. Visit www.jacustoms.gov.jm for details. The temperature by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
29 degrees Celsius in New Kingston.
You're listening to Omega Radio, the station of the stars, where Jesus Christ is a star. Thank you for listening.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk, on Omega Radio.
All right, so we're back online with Omar.
Yeah, man. So before we go any further, the weekend was a great weekend for me. I must say congratulations to my Young Chargers Baptist Alliance for a 4-1 win in the St. Thomas under 17.
Oh, yeah.
They played against Yalasaw Stars.
Baptist Alliance is a church group, is a church squad?
No, man. The team that from St. Thomas were playing at the Premier League, the Tier 2, you know.
Oh.
So I am a part of their coaching system. So I am responsible for the under 17. So we won 4-1 the other day. We lost our first game 4-2, and we won yesterday, Saturday 4-1.
Yeah.
So with them winning, Liverpool winning, and then Lakers AD come ice to the case to me, it was an awesome weekend for me.
All right.
Yeah, man, so you guys just continue doing the good work. And yeah, man, they are listening, all right?
All right, cool now, Omar.
All right, bye-bye.
Respect. All right, we go to Alric. Alric, how you do?
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
Yeah, man, what an interesting week of sport.
Indeed.
Zidane, may I start with you first?
Zidane just step out, you know.
Step out?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Arsenal continue to maintain them same 5-point lead over the field. And if this is not Arsenal's year to win the league, we don't know which other year they are going to win the league, because they continue to show character and fight.
But I watched the game the other day, the 3-2 game.
You'll be down 2-0.
No, man, they weren't down 2-0.
Eh?
Was it 2-0 or 2-1?
Yeah, them down 2-0 first.
Yeah, and then them come up 2-1, then 2-1. Yeah,
and then them come 2-1. So to be down 2-0 against Bournemouth, and then to come back and fight back, and with the last kick of the game essentially, to squeeze out the victory.
The Arsenal people them says Arteta time the goal score.
Well, the 6 minutes is up, and during the 6 minutes, there was a little time wasting from the thing. I know 6 minutes is minimum, so the ref can use discretion. If there's like injuries during the 6 minutes, during all the time, him can decide to add on.
And there was at least one injury.
Yeah, and them waste time, so the ref add on back. And the goal score a little bit after the six minutes elapsed. So the man can't ball about that, because that's happening all the time. But to score the last kick of the game, that brother named Reece Nelson, about the second or third time come on and come change the game, you know.
Yes.
But we have a problem with Arteta and what name there? Ten Hag.
Mm-hmm.
And when he started, they keep changing the things that are working. when he benched Ben White and play Tamiyasu, and he realized that was a mistake. Tamiyasu didn't have a good game. He was hooked at halftime, and he did a previous game before, and he had to take him off at halftime again.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I'm keep starting Tamiyasu instead of Ben White. Start Ben White and pull him early. Pull him at 60 or so and get Tamiyasu. And that was a mistake, and him correct that. And the change that he made in the second half yielded the results that he wanted, because the same Reece Nelson and Ben White come tight up at 2-all.
Yes.
And the same thing with Ten Hag. I don't know why he started, and this is not why they lost, because it was very embarrassing and they didn't play any ball at all. Why did he start Rashford?
So Zidane, the Arsenal man, come back here.
Yeah, the point of that makes Zidane with Orville.
Good, I think, twice, Alric?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, when Gabriel Jesus got injured, he came into the team.
But he has not been in your team for months now.
Yeah. He has been impactful.
Yes. He's a talent man. He's been been there for a while.
Every time he plays, he has been impactful. And the Man U thing now, boy, was a very embarrassing result.
Boy.
Liverpool was rampant.
Probably the most surprising result I've ever seen.
Nobody expected it, because the form that Man U was in, and Liverpool was playing. Nobody in the wildest dream could expect Liverpool to drop 7 for Man U. Even if they expected Liverpool to win, nobody expected that margin of victory. And it was something to behold yesterday, man. Liverpool dropped some ball.
Would you regard this as the most surprising result in? It's not just the fact that Liverpool won the game, but the scoreline.
Yes,
Has there ever been a more surprising scoreline in the Premier League?
This season?
This
is the most surprising.
I would go as far, because maybe when Leicester used to win some game, but boy, I don't know.
They were 1931 at the last time Man U get 7, you know.
Me I tell them about
1931.
Yeah, when you look at the current form that they were in, they just won a trophy recently. They hyped the confidence in the team. It was a major letdown by the defense.
Salah became the all-time leading goal scorer for Liverpool, 129 now.
Yeah, I know. I heard a comment to the same before he scored that he has a fantastic record against United. I think,
exactly, yes.
I think it's 10 from 11 games before this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The man Dasher Martinez, and Martinez has been one of the best defenders in the Premier League since season.
Yeah, boy.
And the man dash him away, man.
You ever hear the cliche that a man turn a defender inside out?
Inside out, yeah. That was the perfect example of turning me inside out. The man run him ragged. At one point when him turn, the man away him look for. And Salah just gone. And then this brother here named Black for now, and I have to beat the comedian again. Because he said when the man play, I'm listening this morning, he said when the man play 4 games, said the man not good. But now this morning, when the man put in a 2-goal performance yesterday, he is now saying that it is too early to say the man good. What rubbish. Him say man said the man.
Hold on. Wait, say a comedian said that, saw him 2 games and say him not. No. He's before 4 man. Him saying the first 15 minutes him knows
him can't take 15 minutes and tell if a ball are good.
Yes. And he said him not good, him say my cricketer.
Exactly.
So you're saying somebody was waxing the record about the performance, and then he said you can't use 1 game to determine if he is good?
Exactly. But him said this morning, because I saw the challenge him this morning, I must say it was after 4 games. But me I say here now. You say after 4 games you say the man not good. No, the man has played 8 games for Liverpool since him signed a January transfer window. 8 games, and he's now saying that it is too early to say the man is good. So 4 games in, it was him not good, and it wasn't too early then. But after 8 games, you are saying that it is too early to say the man is good. The man is going to learn sport. You can't say the man. First of all, when a man leave his country to come into a new country, a new team, new culture, the man needs time to gel with the team, to understand how the team plays. So you can't use after 4 games, which is basically call it about a month, to say the man not good. And the man beat him bad. And no matter about him glad that him or the man prove him wrong. You're wrong, boss.
Yeah.
Because they need to give people time to adjust to a new league. And
logical.
the man is a big baller.
That's the way you assess things, man. Logical and intelligent.
The first goal the man scored now, the man showed how classy a striker he is. You know?
Yeah.
The man, that's variant, you know.
He knew what he wanted to do before the ball came to him.
The man,
That little curl I did to the back.
Yeah, man.
post.
So he set it up for this.
the
Yeah.
man shaped like him go outside, drop the shoulder, come back inside, and just curl it with the right foot into the far corner.
Yeah, man.
This is a ball
Lovely goal.
and it is clear from his World Cup performance that this is a talented footballer that needed time to adjust. So the man needs to go learn sports. So it was a good weekend all in all. And as Zidane, a year league this man.
Yeah, man.
Scored the
Last kick of the ball, man.
Yes, man, a year league, man. I won league to lose.
All right.
All right, sir.
All right, cool.
All right, who else we have now? I want invite one or two people to come down a jungle later. I might just end up down there, you know, because the fixtures delicately set. Yeah, follow what going on in the league, yeah? Whatever the name, the two leading goal scorers are going to play today. And somebody tell me that the coach is reasonably impressed with some of the talents that he's seeing. You know. Should be fun. I'll tell you a little bit more about it. Scabo, Fortis.
Yes, sir.
Where you say?
We're there, man. We're there. Champs of the year. Champs of the year.
Oh, this is Wayne. This is Wayne. You change your name,
yeah,
Wayne.
Man.
So where does Scabo come from?
Scabo, I'm a monkey from AK, from school days, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So we are come to defend the championship this year again.
Yeah.
And I think Edwin Allen in a little problem. Idle is coming.
True, Sean?
Yes, man.
Edwin Allen has some problem? Idle is coming? Oh, look, you don't think so?
You don't think so?
Edwin gone again?
I'm
not hearing what Sean saying.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I hear that it's possible that where the Virgin we are coached Idle and also a coach Calabar.
Can win both the championships.
Yeah. Can that happen, Sean?
No, man.
Calabar
Calabar will be a spoiler in some of the events, but Calabar now have no winning shot.
Okay. I hear most people say them not in it this year for sure.
Between the college, two college them, KC, GSC.
All right.
We shall defend our title.
Yeah.
Over the Thursday, there was a standing finance committee in regards to sports, and I hear the Minister of Sports, Honorable Babsy Grange, was basically defending the people them up at Jadco for the miscarriage or foul up or whatever them want to call it. You know, it look away because if it was a real country, you know, them people would have gone.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, man, it did look away for you.
I tell you, but Jamaica this, you know.
Yes.
Jamaica this. Boy, you know, Sports X had a real big show.
Yes.
I tell you, because watch you know, in the English Premier League, Zidane, are your team a lead?
Yes, indeed.
Orville team
second with it.
Second with it. We are win the league. Let's stay there. One more year again from them. Arsenal got spot in the last round.
Make we see. How much game left? About 8 or 9 game left? No more than that.
12?
12 games left.
About 12 games left. Yeah, man.
Whole heap of things between now,
yes,
now
man.
and then.
I tell you, man. On the track, you know, over Cayman and Spark, you know, top sliced bread. I know what I'm going. It's almost a month now. The man upon 1,499, man. No. I know what I'm going at slicer.
And can't get the 1,500 win.
Can't win the one, man.
Why?
I tell you. I forgot seek out some good ride now, man.
Okay. All right. Scabo. Where that name they come from?
Scabo Fortis, man. You know Ska?
Yes.
You know Ska music, man.
All right, boss. All right. Leave it right there.
Bless up yourself.
Yeah.
Alric, big up yourself, you know. Can always depend on Alric for some good statistics, you know?
Yes.
Another Fortis, man, as usual.
Bless up. All right, big up yourself. So one of the things that is already attracting some attention in the Monday night game tonight at 7:30, Mount Pleasant versus Cavalier. We know the history between the Mount Pleasant man, Mr. Speed, and of course Whitmore, and that has already been dragging some headlines. But somebody does send me a thing that the two leading goal scorers in the Premier League are also playing for these two teams as well. So Trevante Stewart for Mount Pleasant gone 13 goals. Anderson for Cavalier gone 14 goals. They'll be head-to-head. We see which one of them can finish. The two of them will be playing against one another. So, on a turn out and watch the game. Portmore against Chapelton is the game before that. The number 8 team against the team holding up the rear. And, boy, the problem with Chapelton Maroon that I go through, it's going to be rough to see them come back from that. Anyway, who we have now? We'll take a break.
We'll take a break. We're coming back.
Slowing starting? Won't start? Visit Champion Battery Company Limited, specializing in automotive batteries, windshield repair and headlamp polishing. Don't replace discolored head and tail light. Restore to factory-like condition with the Polyhog system. Glass technology, we save them. Everything priced to meet recession and your shrinking dollar. Champion Battery does it all. The battery of champions. Visit 59 Constant Spring Road, Kingston 10. Telephone 926-2646.
Omega Radio now presents Sports in a Minute. It's sponsored by Edgechem, Enibet, and Dangel's Auto Spares and Accessories. Marcus Rashford has said he wished Manchester United could play today to put things right. After Sunday's 7-0 Premier League loss at Liverpool, manager Erik ten Hag called the performance unprofessional in his post-match interview. However, Rashford said the squad must ensure the match does not define their season. That is Sports in a Minute. Omega Radio has just presented Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem for people who dream in color. Enibet, your best bet, reminds you to bet responsibly. And Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue in Kingston.
Did you know that the Island Traffic Authority conducts inspections of defective vehicles, structured inspections, government valuations and appraisals, disposals, as well as damage and repairs? Vehicles must be present at the examination depots for inspections to be done. Additionally, the ITA conducts crash reports when a government vehicle is involved in a collision with other motor vehicles. Fees for these services must be paid in person at any tax office or online at jamaicatax.gov.jm. The Island Traffic Authority, an entity for road safety good.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk on Omega Radio.
All right, welcome back. 876-968-8117. That's 876-968-8117. Call through and you will get on there. Spaces on the line. Right, Asta?
Yeah.
Spaces are there, so you call.
You remember when some people were kind of, when we said we can't blame the Westerners board for not picking Sarah, for not picking Hetmeyer after the last World Cup when he missed not one but 2 flights. You know that right now, the Guyanese selectors are wondering what on earth is wrong with Hetmeyer.
Oh, Lord.
Hetmeyer has made himself available to play for Guyana right now, Like the man does not play no cricket. No, I've heard all kind of rumors. None of them I can
confirm.
Yeah, but this youth head need for start out, man. Or him does rich enough already and basically want pick and choose and play. Hello?
Anonymous.
Hello?
Yes, good afternoon, Anonymous.
Yes, man. Orville bless up. Zidane bless.
How you do?
Yeah, man. Not too bad. Respect to the RLS Sports Desk, massive.
Yes, sir.
Orville.
Yes.
Well, I mean, you're nice in your bar rant this morning, man.
Him call me name again, not true?
No, really, but a man call and I tell him, say, Kylian Mbappe did not do enough for France to win the World Cup.
I absolutely refuse to believe that there's a program I'm not talking about.
And
so
I don't know if he talked about you after.
Yeah.
But, and he was calling the man a liar. But the man is not telling any lie. The man was truthful. And he might call the man liar, say him never said that. He was attacking Kylian Mbappe and he was blaming Kylian Mbappe. Because if you go and say, this man did not do enough, aren't you blaming him?
And then you go on to say, he wasn't doing anything at all in the game in the first half of the game.
Exactly, this man, and then him start to shift the goalpost slightly, when him finds say, as me say, I get cornered like a rat. him start to say the team, Kylian Mbappe included. But he should, you know what he should have said? He should have said the French team didn't do enough. Or I'm sure say the French team, excluding Kylian Mbappe, did not do enough. He might include Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe did something that was quite unlikely. Something that I don't know if that has ever been done before. Scored 3 goals in a World Cup final, right? And you're going to say that this man did not do enough. What about the rest of the team? So the rest of the team did enough then, but Kylian Mbappe didn't do enough.
Kylian Mbappe did what was required of him.
So
Yes.
And he's saying the direct opposite.
Yeah.
So Kylian Mbappe did not do what was required. You know, there's something wrong with this man.
What was required of Kylian Mbappe?
He did.
But if not, you really require more than 3 goals from a man.
No, but if somebody had told me that Kylian Mbappe going to score a hat-trick in our World Cup, I would have bet him and said no.
Yeah, man, he did what was required of him.
Of course he did what was required.
He did enough as an individual player, but his team clearly didn't do enough.
And the man is not a liar because I listen to
That
the
is
man.
so
I'm listening
basic,
to the man,
no,
you know. And sometimes you can listen to a person and, you know, kind of, you know, and I say, this man is a man of integrity. This man not telling a lie because I concur with the man. He was saying that Kylian Mbappe did not do enough, but when him start to get cornered, when he start to talk about the team, including Kylian Mbappe, when he should have said excluding Kylian Mbappe. Because Mbappe did what he had to do and did more than enough, in my estimation, really. He did more than enough.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I don't understand him. And then you have some foolish followers agree with him, you know. Agreeing with him, like them don't see the logic.
Yeah.
Right? How can you blame Kylian and then you're not in the same breath, him not blaming Kylian Mbappe? Then who are you blaming? Who are you blaming? Orville.
Yes.
It's a chain, it's as strong as its weakest link.
Yes.
That's how strong a chain is.
But
now, I see Lara and the West Indies got Sri Lanka, you know, and they lost the series, you know. And Lara ended up getting player of the series on a losing team.
Yeah, man, I remember.
Player of the match on a losing team. So you going to tell me that Lara didn't do enough for West Indies to win?
Yes,
what
he
about
did.
the bowlers?
He
what
did.
About the rest of the batsmen?
Lara is not a bowler.
You see, if we take that argument to its natural conclusion,
Yes.
then no player really
Yes.
has ever done well enough to win in a game.
So
you know.
true.
Because
yes, you must have got people like that.
if you take away the contributions from teammates,
Yes.
then no one person's accomplishment is good enough to win no game in our team game. You know.
I will. Even our team
So
sport.
so in nobody has ever been good enough to win no game
true.
in any team.
Right. Even in our team sport, you have to single out individuals, you know. Even in our team sport. No, you have a relay team. A relay. The starter, him run good. Hand it to the second leg. The second leg run good. Second leg run good. See? Hand it to the third leg. The third leg, get the button first, you know. But when you get the anchor leg man the button, I last him there. I get the button to the anchor leg man. 6-7 man run past him. The anchor leg man run and come second by a neck, shorted, as racing people would have said. Who would you blame?
No, I've given that example before, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you blame? Would you blame the anchor leg man because him come second and never win? After the third leg man get the man the button last and him run and come second? You're not blaming the third leg man. You're blaming the anchor leg man.
Yes.
And that's what,
But the example I gave is Bolt starting and running a world record first leg.
yeah.
Hand over the baton well. The baton was going on. We were 20 meters ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
And they fumbled the baton on the final exchange and dropped the baton.
Yeah.
What did Bolt do enough?
No, maybe, no.
In that context, how do you say Bolt did not do enough?
By his logic, Bolt did not do enough.
Rubbish that, man.
And a little stupid brother named Badjo, I follow him. The elite, so-called elite caller Badjo, I follow the nice neighbor. You can imagine?
Then it's you call him stupid and not me. Just for the record.
That's my opinion.
Good.
All right, Anonymous.
Have a nice day.
Same to you. Big up.
Yeah, bless up.
All right, who is that here now? Piney? Hello?
Huh?
Yeah, Pine Action.
Yeah, man, big up yourself, Zidane.
Big up.
Yourself, Chana, around the board. I expected to hear the beautiful lady voice today, but looks like she not coming yet. Bishop Manning, are your nephew. And I put give a great service. Big up on yourself. But Zidane, I put in a appeal. Can you ask the boss to send Oral Tracy a check this weekend? Because I tell you what, he's been saving the sports desk for the past week and a half, man. God, man. Y'all tell me that so much games and sports been played over the weekend, and y'all after whole 1 week, y'all come back here this morning talking about Oral and what he said on his show. Is this the explosion counteraction show?
Yes,
Because
it is. Yes, for this week, yes.
Oh, yeah, man. For 2 weeks now?
Yes, so,
Reggie,
yes. So you have to just turn up. You have to just turn off the radio till it over.
Oral have to generate content on the thing. We, Oral, shouldn't have to generate content for the smarter show. Oral should not copy from, have to know a copy from Oral. That's where it should have go.
Just turn off your radio for the next week, my boss.
Me not turn off my radio. I want to come
They don't go and listen to it. They don't go and enjoy the thing, man.
No, man. No, me say enjoy foolishness. I'll send all the live.
What is foolishness? What is foolishness?
The foolishness is taking out content from Oral and see on what the better show. But anyway, I just that me telling you, it look bad. Me send all the live them go get some people down at Dallas, Texas. Big up yourself, Stallman, Virgo, and the whole of my friends.
So Piney, when a man call and say we want to talk about one thing we here, what must do? Tell him say we're not talking about the sport.
Brother, they just call. Thank you for the credit for you give me last week. I bring content to the show. I bring in some more content today. Anonymous. Becoming like a news current.
But hold on, Piney. When you come and talk about the college NFL, college football, and nobody responds to it. But if somebody call and talk about something we're down the road and the whole place Europe, what you want us to do?
That's what I say. That's why I me not say nothing, you know, engage it, but also.
So maybe your content now grab the listeners.
Well, I know, man. Well, I know. Me not say enough to me not say enough to do nothing with it, you know.
No, I'm saying your content, the content that you have been coming with in the last week or so, you're not grabbing your listeners. Nobody's talking about it.
Well, I know, man. But me gonna tell you something different now.
Yeah.
You say use oral content, but at least give him some credit and stop talking and call him the clown and those.
Yeah, but he's a clown.
Give him some respect. Then why you have to use? Why the superstar?
No, we are correct.
Clown content.
We are correct the nonsense that we hear, my boss.
No, but you know, using the clown content to creep on show alive and keeping it lively. That's not look good for Uno call him a clown. You're supposed to say Oral, use the gift that keep on giving to us. Big up yourself, Oral. Yeah, keep his sports best afloat for the past 2 weeks. And you see Garvey saved the show. What a beautiful call from Juna Garvey that was on Friday. So coming down to the closing of the show. That cricket conversation. Garvey, people are afraid right now. Because I hear people are stuck and stammer upon your call. You know, people are afraid so you're going to take the issue. You know, they must go call you in. Somebody go and call you. Not maybe here. Maybe over ESPN or down a Meadowlark or somewhere. Somebody will call you, Garvey.
Is which topic Garvey to raise again with the cricket?
Something
okay. Yeah, the bowling.
Yeah, man. Here are some people say them a guru, a globate over the man call. I say, yeah, man, a big call. Anyway, let me move on. Zidane. I don't know how much time you have left. But here is the Euro step, right? The Euro step in basketball is becoming one of the top players in there. Where do you think it was copied from?
I don't remember.
You ever look on Luka Doncic player yet?
Yes, he's one of my favorite players now.
Show me, name a soccer player who he play like. Like, put him in a soccer uniform and the soccer team.
Zidane?
Exactly, my boy. You see, that's why sometimes you know me have to beat you, but me have to gear it truth when you truth. You see, if you notice, so meticulous, so everything actually on point, like Zinedine.
Move slowly, but he's brilliant.
Did you know that the Euro step was stolen from soccer? It is a soccer move. Watch the Euro step. That 2-step and propel yourself towards the basket. If you watch it, it was derived from the soccer move. And the European then bring it, and it is taking over the planet right now. The biggest thing in the basketball.
Well, as I talk about basketball, Kevin Durant is back 3 games or 4. What is it, 3 or 4, and they have won all the games with him.
Yep.
Phoenix Suns. Yeah.
You know Kevin, I know. But I don't know if this Phoenix Suns. I watched them play the other day, and Kevin Durant scored 36 or 38, and Booker scored 35.
36. Yeah, 35.
Both of them average about responsible for about 70 points in that game, and at the end of the day, they barely win the game. So them need some defense.
All right, fair enough. Remember, they trade away one of the better perimeter defenders.
Yeah, man. Them need some defense. Them not have no defense.
Yeah,
them
man.
need to start shut down some people. No,
All right.
no, because me go left on, because some other people want call, but just take into consideration, so if you send a check or get oral and give him some respect. Him can't be the clown.
No, man, I'm a clown, man. I'm a clown.
Can't be the gift that keep on giving. The man is like the Grinch, man. That's keep on keeping the show alive, man. Big up on yourself.
All right,
God.
Pine. All right, who we have now?
Rooney.
Take the break first.
We take the break.
Take
Then
the
we
break
hear
and
from
we'll come
Rooney.
to
The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission JADCO needs your help to eliminate doping and keep sport clean. If you have concerns about any doping activity, you can share the information with JADCO anonymously. The information you share will be treated with the highest level of confidentiality. Make the right call if you see something, say something. Protect clean sport. Protect our legacy. To report doping activity, call 888-429-5232 or visit the JADCO website at jadco.gov.jm. A message from the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission.
Calling all sales advisors. We are looking for you. Yes, Omega Radio is inviting you to join the team as sales advisors. Send all application letters to admin@omegaklas.com. Visit our website at www.omegaradio.com or call 876-929-1344. Previous media sales experience would be an asset.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk on Omega Radio.
All right, Rooney.
Bramble Rooney.
Brother, look like sympathy and oversight against 7, brother.
Yeah.
I Bramble me out.
Yeah, but the good thing is that the team that gave you 7, your rival, they are behind you in the table, and that is the mean.
Boy, Zidane, me not cost my player them, because them do well this season, and I never expect them to do so well.
Yeah, they will recover.
Excuse to them. Orville, you probably can. It might be convincing, but you're not convinced, though. The argument you're not going to put up now. So I'm going to use both on Zidane. Them play Barcelona, right? And them win. So that was them on cloud 9.
Yes.
And then you have to come back off of cloud 9 for come play against Newcastle. Them win that, them go back on cloud 9 again. You understand me? Because them are champions now. Them win something 6 years later. Them, you understand me?
Mm-hmm.
Them have to come back down after that. Play against something there. West Ham. Have to come from behind to beat West Ham.
That's in the FA Cup now.
Yeah, in the FA Cup. Now we're going on Anfield. Rival. The man them outplay with. The man them press. Are the best we see Liverpool press for that season. We just never have the legs. That you see? Tell me for that you see. Orville.
You're saying you played too many games in too short a time.
No, we can't complain about the too many games, because if you want to be a big side, you have to go play
So why would they not have the legs? Not that you're saying?
Are the amount of running what we have to do? If you come back from Barcelona, we have to come back from West Ham, we have to run hard against Newcastle. So we just never have the legs and the discipline going.
Take a 2 love or a 3 love in that condition.
Yes, that is what me I say. Take a 3 love. Nobody never out there.
How you conceded the goals was more naivety than anything else for me.
You can't get 7.
You can't get 7, my boy. You're only down 1-0 away to Liverpool. You never have to come out so ultra attacking in the second half so early, and they were just cutting you apart and the counter attack.
Unprofessional then. That's why probably the coach was unprofessional. I mean, I look a reason for not beat my side.
You can't start a fun.
Listen, every now and again, football teams just play horrible games. Yesterday was one of them.
Not against a Liverpool, your biggest rival. You understand me? You can't get 7. You can't leave this dog, you know, boss. You see me?
But you're going to finish in front of Liverpool, likely.
Hopefully.
I think Liverpool is only 6 points behind him now.
Exactly. About 7. I think 7. You understand?
Yeah. That's it.
So, we definitely have it. But, brother, and my last thing before I go. Why this program make the other program live rent-free? only usually live rent-free on that program, and now that program is start live rent-free on the program. Why?
Big man, you don't notice me not talk about no other program? Me or Higgins?
Let's ask question.
No more, you ask me.
But the reason why you are talking about certain things is because other people talk about certain and you try to kill the
Big
other
man,
person.
me hear Zidane make a point.
Is the callers actually come?
And the caller, I don't listen, my boss. I did watch. Just listen to me. If you hear me, I got mention the next man. Unless that caller talk.
But Rooney, what is wrong? What is wrong if you're a sporting topic and we think it's a rubbish and we destroy it? Nothing is wrong with that.
No, not exactly my point. But Orville said, "Boy, I will come off and because
no. I'm saying Zidane is in a position.
Wait, hold on. Zidane, question me answer. You see Zidane. So when you go off, so what? Relevant? You don't want to be relevant then?
Oh, Zidane you attack me.
No, me as I say, them man.
No, that's why I don't want you say.
Relevant when he take on you.
That's why I say.
He's asking if I'm trying.
He's
saying when I take on people if I'm looking relevancy because you say when them come to take on them trying to be relevant. Well, it's not us to say that about Rooney, it's the caller, you know. I was telling him say that is
no, but me hear Orville say the reason why Pioneer take him on is because you understand.
No, but that is Pioneer, not you. We just think you're Bramble. I don't think you come to look relevant. I
don't think that's the case.
No, that is not the case with you, Rooney.
All right, goodbye.
Yeah, your case is different.
Yeah, it's big up.
But I mean, I look some sympathy, but I get it at all. But Bramble always
big up
for yourself. Cool.
All right, facts first. First time caller.
You can hear me now?
Yes, we hear
facts,
you.
Man.
Facts,
yeah,
man.
It's really a fact checker, man. You know, so they call me fact checker.
Okay.
How that sound?
All right.
Yeah, I think the sports programs need a little fact checking, and maybe a caller should play that role, or some callers should play that role.
That would be great.
Because I've heard statements being made, disingenuous statements being made about Orville's point and various topics, and I've heard it for oral also. But the latest discussion then, I've heard it on oral show. It basically says that a team can play, for example, the French team lost is it 3-2 or 4-2? What was the score in the French World Cup?
Well, they lost on penalties in the game. Actually ended.
Right, lost on penalties. That Mbappe did not do enough, or the team that did not do enough. He said the team or Mbappe did not do enough to win. So you can't just stop at not doing enough. You have to take the entire statement. So what?
No, but Carl, that is a trickery, man. You're being fooled, man.
No, let me finish. No,
hold on. Let me tell you what the initial statement was. No, the initial statement was this: France lost, so the star Mbappe did not do enough. Yeah. And if France had won the game, then the same thing would have been said about Messi. Even though Messi performed, he agrees that Messi performance was special. He's saying if Argentina had lost the game, then Messi would not have done enough. That's specifically what the argument was about.
But that's not what I heard.
I'm telling you what the argument, exactly the conversation was.
But maybe clarified.
No, man, what him do is get beaten and I try to switch the argument.
No, maybe he clarified. But
no, it's not clarification, my boss.
Let me talk about what I heard. I heard him saying that in a team sport such as football, if you need 4 goals to win and you only score 3, then that team wouldn't have done
But that is obvious, my boss.
But the team,
clearly. That's what I'm saying. There's some points where there's no need for any argument. And if Mbappe is a star player and he scores 3 when he should have scored 4, then Mbappe would not have done enough for his team to win.
All right, caller.
No, hold on. Let me continue a bit.
No, man, but before you go there, remember we are reasoning now.
Yes.
If the definition of enough is what is required
to win, in this case, in the context, put it in context.
All right.
Yes.
I'm saying no one person on any football field can ever do enough to win a game. So Messi didn't do enough to beat France, you know?
Even though they won.
Messi as an individual did not do enough.
No.
Messi's team did enough. Because if you take away the team's contribution,
Messi lose.
Messi would have lost that game, you know? So it's a full stupid argument.
Yes, it is.
So no player has ever done enough to win a game.
Where the argument
as an individual.
Where the argument as a little weakness is when he decide to go individually in a team sport. That's where little weak. But say for example, in track and field, Christopher Taylor won the 1 and the 2 and the 4x4 and the 4x1 for Calabar, for instance. And then he couldn't do anything more. And his team.
Yeah, man, but that is a given.
Yeah. In the same thing, Davis Cup, tennis, where you have different individuals playing for a country. You win the first match, you win the reverse singles, etc. But eventually you lose 3-2 because one of your members.
Davis Cup is a collective. Even though it's individual, they still add up the points.
Exactly.
Also, I could win all. So I could win all. Hold on, Okala. I could win all my Davis Cup games.
Yes.
But my team still lose the Davis Cup overall.
Exactly. The same thing with gymnastics.
But you kill him. You beat up the man, my boss.
No, the same thing with gymnastics.
But you come for beat up the man.
Yeah, but I'm just saying the team thing.
No,
there's always an exception. No, there's always an exception to almost every.
No, man, the man said there's no scenario, man. The man said there's no scenario.
You'd be wrong where there's no.
But
scenario.
he has said that nobody can find any scenario. But you just give another one.
No scenario, but for gymnastics is the same thing. You keep scoring 10 out of 10, and one of your people score 7 or 8, and the other team beat you by a few points. Even though those ladies or young ladies who got 10 out of 10, they'd have done enough and did everything.
Well,
but the team didn't win.
Boy, I'm Fox, man. You mash up the man in the man.
Right. So basically that. But my central point is this. I've heard it many times, whereby people are misquoting Orville, they're misquoting Zidane, saying what he didn't say. What you guys need to do as a sports program, you need to have callers that really fact-check these things and be fair to each other. That's all. And we move on from there.
All right.
Well, make that your duty.
And this is a good call from you as well.
Fact checker. Thank you very much.
All right, fact checker.
The fact checker.
Good call it was.
All right.
We have no Asta.
Hello.
Old Trafford.
Go on, Orville.
Yes, sir. How you do?
Zidane, I like what you did, my boy. They still no pioneer, you know. That
Pioneer, yeah, man.
Yeah, it's that thing where one time some people make some stupid argument out there, man. You know, have to do that can balance.
Yeah, man, we have to decimate it, man.
If I is a sportsman, okay, anyway over a rule.
Yes.
I want to say something and you know sound right.
You remember when Stephen A. Smith, what did he say again, Orville? And you took it on and it ran.
Games, goal, what name? Point, attack wins games. And
defense wins championship. Yes.
Yeah, man, you have to take on them point, man. Because we have to learn. We now call every day and think about we there listen every day. We are every day listener, isn't it?
No, but what happened to Pioneer is that he came with some out of the norm content and nobody never look at it. So we think him upset a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm touching the fire. Badger, you know, I rate it. Badger, I like how Badger sound. I feel like much I win the argument against them. I know that the argument is that it doesn't make sense to go this. That's coming like a suicide.
But suicide, the man love suicide mission, my boss. Badger the great.
I like that style from Badger still. You see me? I'll even New York, you even know say a fool in shut up. So I don't know where Badger at try.
You know, listen to the program, but you know, say I'll pioneer. I tell the man say a foolish man attack.
A foolish man attack, man. I mean, I say now, Manchester United.
I want to understand because I've been saying upon from no one person can perform well enough to win no team game. You know, me want that point. Let us go out in a radar land.
Yes.
No one individual can do enough to win no team game.
Yes, indeed.
So when your team wins, no. I'm saying that one of the arguments, and remember, this is one of the arguments. If your team wins and the star player does well, then he did good enough to win the game. He didn't do good enough to win without his teammates. You know.
I'm not going to tell you, you can't put oral for one time. As a man, we just listen to oral for a little joke in our morning.
Well, you know what I mean? I call him a name, sir.
But I tell you, man, we just listen to them for a little joke, man, in our morning.
That I can understand.
No, man, him give some laughs, man.
Everybody says Zidane. See, Man U thing. More big up every Man U fan. Just go and
watch before you leave the comedian, have you ever seen a program where a caller take up his phone and his money and call the program and I discuss the topic and the man say, why you want to discuss this? Because God shame him. Because he say the man a fastball and a cricket and him not good. And the man a shrimp class. The people they want to talk about Gakpo, and the man tell the people them say them nothing talk about Gakpo, you know. The man is so embarrassed to them about.
Listen to most morning, man. But Friday morning, I and Thursday morning, I have to turn off the radio. I can't believe them.
You know what is the biggest mystery? For me, I see a lot of people and hearing a lot of people voicing their own disgust at what passes for a proper discussion. My argument is why it take all on so long?
What's in Orville?
Me see that long time.
I listen to talk show, you know. I never listen to talk show, you know.
Yes.
I listen to talk show, music and anything that we do, man. You start listening to talk show, you know. But watch out. I just look up on the Man U thing quick.
Yes.
What I say, Manchester United, we get mashed down from our enemy and everything. But every Manchester United fan, I just go and roll out and know, see, I say. But Zidane, you know what off is still You see, pressing game, we don't get used to it, you know. It's take at least 2 seasons, you know. And if you we have press the players, then extra time we have played this one whole heap of game. We don't really complain out. I show you some feel like I pressing. I remember I tell against the Barcelona game, I tell you someone mind and lose the car. Europa League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and plus the league. It's hard when they play them. And they try.
Yeah, I don't think realistically. I know the players won't think about it like that, but I don't think realistically, based on Arsenal consistency and the amount of games remaining, I don't think you will catch Arsenal.
No, I'm not really afraid of that.
It's going to be extremely difficult for you to surpass both
we
Arsenal
can win the Europa League and we can win the FA Cup, you know.
Yes,
so we just concentrate on them 2 leagues and stay third.
Yeah.
And slip up, we go on, see, man. A 12 game left, you know. One only for slip up, we go on, you know.
A whole lot of slip up that doing.
Man, you will get 7 free because yes, we squeeze out in the league.
No, sir.
Oh, they are still. All right, that's sports, you know. That's why we're watching and that's why we play.
All right, my boss. You play City. You play City twice already, right?
Eh?
You play City twice already, right?
I just Chelsea on top now, man, for the big side.
As a big 6. All right.
Yeah. That's why I'm big up on the side. We're there. We don't know boy. I tell them we don't know radio land manage.
All right, Old Trafford. All right. Big up Old Trafford.
All right, we'll take a break.
We're coming back.
First selection and then we'll come back to the cup.
Get customized aluminum windows and doors at Hepburn's Glass Supplies, 13 Chisholm Avenue, Kingston 13. 10 years of experience guarantees satisfaction. Call or WhatsApp 876-773-4799. The time, courtesy of Hepburn's Glass Supplies, is 2 p.m.
Omega Radio now presents a health alert. Sponsored by New Budget Supplies, always the best prices, and Bashco, the store that gives you more.
Use bleach. Diluted household bleach solutions can be used if appropriate for the surface. Never mix household bleach with ammonia or any other cleanser. Unexpired household bleach will be effective against coronaviruses when properly diluted. Prepare a bleach solution by mixing.
Omega Radio has just presented a health alert, sponsored by New Budget Supplies, always the best prices, and Bashco, the store that gives you more.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number 1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk on Omega Radio.
All right, music brought to you by Edge Campaigns for people who dream in color. Gramps Morgan, Buju Banton, 23rd Psalms.
Praise the Most High God every day with your whole heart desire. Lift him high, holy, 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 yeah. Holy Mount Zion, Buju, let's sing. Surely mercy all my life shall surely follow me. I'm in Jehovah's forevermore.
About the 23rd Psalm with Gramps Morgan and Bujo, one of my favorite.
Yes.
Can we call it a gospel?
Well, it's a God song.
The God song. I call it
Yeah.
God song.
Brought to you by Edge Campaigns for people who dream in color. You want doing a producer's view, Sean? Sean
Yeah.
Grant is here for a producer's view.
By the way, we understand that the Producer's View has gotten a new sponsor. So we'll tell you who the sponsor is after. All right, Sean, it's all yours.
Thank you very much. Well, I heard a caller earlier this afternoon speaking about coach of Hydel, Corey Bennett, about what he can do, what he can't do. Hydel, can they challenge for the title this year at the Boys and Girls Track and Field Championships? Well, they won by half a point at the Central Championships recently at GC Foster College over Edwin. However, Edwin wasn't at their biggest strength. They weren't using some of their top athletes. Yes, their class 1 not strong as before, losing about 3 or 4 of their top athletes. However, their class 3, Tara Long, was not available. She did not run in that championship. But guess what? They rested 2 of their top athletes from class 3, that's Edwin Allen. And for a team called Hydel, they used 2 persons who could not actually compete at the Boys and Girls Track and Field Championships. Biga is one, she's from San Diego. Thompson is another. So, yes, they did well at Central Championships, but they're going to lose points with those individuals because those individuals have to sit out a year. So they won't be available at Boys and Girls Track and Field Championships. I think, though, that coach Corey Bennett has been doing an excellent job of monitoring or managing 2 teams, Calabar and also the team called Hydel. And if you look on Calabar athletes, I think they've been getting coaching. Now, I'm not saying that coaching wasn't been there before, but the form of the Calabar athletes have certainly changed, have improved as you watch them in respective development meets. You saw them corporate area. They looked good. They looked very, very good, placing second behind Kingston College. However, Calabar, they don't have a strong class 1. And for that, I would say they'll give a good performance at Boys Championships, but they will not win Boys Championships, Calabar. But for Hydel, they will give a good performance at the Track and Field Championships or Girls Champs, but I don't think that they'll win, though, to be honest. I don't think so. I mean, Edwin Allen has to throw it away big time for them to win. Let's be honest. They'll have to throw it away big time for Hydel to win. But next year, mark my word, and not like I made the prediction with Sharika Jackson months before. I'm making this a year before. He's even better. Corey Bennett has the opportunity next year to become the only coach in history, which I know, that can win boys and girls championships in the same year. Because I think that those 2 teams will be ready to challenge for the title next year. Calabar on the boys' side with their first year, with their class 2 athletes stepping up in class 1, and Hydel with those athletes becoming eligible to run next year. It's going to be interesting. I think Corey can do it if it's properly planned from now, but I don't see them winning this year.
You're usually very famous for sitting on the fence. What happened?
Every now and again I come off.
Every now and again.
Yeah, the fence starts to shake, so I have to come off sometimes.
It's a good trait to have. I like it.
I don't know.
I'm impressed.
Don't be. Don't be. I'd have to break it down for you, though, to be honest. I've looked at both teams, and they looked at both squads, what they have to offer next year. And
we can look forward to next year. Rabalak. 6100 Road. The Lion roars.
Yes.
Yeah, so we rate Sean Grant, so we're going to watch you ride this year and look forward to next year,
Indeed.
Boy, I tell you, talk with what it's best Orville and Zidane, right? First of all, did my lead caller Baggio call yet?
No, he hasn't.
Oh, I'm hoping he called and answered that brilliant question you have for him.
Yes, sir.
Zidane, where you find them brilliant questions
indeed,
about?
Man. No goals conceded, I'm going to get knocked out. What more could I do as the goalkeeper? Realistically.
Why these people? And Orville.
I think Baggio got a call still.
Nobody not listening to you, is a great point you're making. So, based on those reasoning, no player can ever do enough
even in a win. Even in a win.
No player has ever done enough to win a team.
Yes.
In history.
In history?
No.
No. No, I hear my name being called about 10 times this morning, and I'm saying, you don't change the goalpost. Why are you calling Diego name? Diego is arguing the original argument you made.
Yes.
Mbappe and Messi did not do enough.
Yeah, the stars.
No, when you change no one licks reach you, and you're going for dictionary in the Orville Higgins professor style, and a copy this man where you know real, but you copy him style.
And I tell you, say, the 3 goals from Mbappe wasn't enough. Duh. So that wasn't the argument. You're saying Mbappe 3 goals from he didn't do enough.
So the man go for another one of Orville's master argument. Him change the goalpost, but we know the man's a team.
Yes.
Messi and the team. What do you mean Messi and the team? It's either Messi or Argentina. It can't be Messi and Argentina. Well, Orville,
yes.
You have created a monster down the road. You must live with that still.
Why do you say that I created it?
Which other host talk like that in the history of Jamaica sports other than you?
I know that this man has done a lot to call it now. To whatever word I look for. The man tried copy it.
You can't find the word.
Imitate.
Yeah, man. He's tried his best to copy and imitate a lot of things about me, which is not a bad thing.
That's what I'm saying. Him not try to imitate Wayne Walker, Simon Kroski, 11 Hewitt, Clyde Giardini, the great Zidane matches beside him. Try to emulate the great Zidane matches.
There you go.
It's me. I doubt he's going to admit it, but everybody's fierce.
I am just hoping that Baggio come and deal with the original argument, come with one thing about team, come with the original argument that was mentioned. That's what I want to hear.
Yes.
Because, you change the argument, just don't make sense.
Yes, it won't work.
Why not Zidane? I have to respect you and G-Star when you said Brunson was a good buy for the New York.
Yeah, man, I remember you asked me, and I said, yeah, man, you can make the playoffs for sure with him, man. Yes. Good signing.
I don't think the last free agent signing that turned out to work it was about 40 years ago. I don't remember what was doing. It was so long ago.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's working out well.
Is really has turned the New York Knickerbockers now into believers. Because, Brooklyn is ghost town now, You don't know.
Yeah.
Those kind of fans like Orville, the Wagoners fans, they're like, it's like you have different kind of fans, and you have like when you have wives, women, virtuous women, and then you have the ticky woman. Them kind of fans that they are Brooklyn. Loyal and faithful New York fans, man, believing again. So one superstar away, maybe we can start compete for this title, Zidane.
Yes.
Orville now, cricket.
Yeah.
I mean, why you tell me about you know your 11? You watch South Africa. You know the teams. You're watching the games. Give me your 11 now that you would play for the next test match.
I'm bringing in Moti for one of the pace.
Yeah, well, which one?
I may drop Rasta and Chase. I may play Atta.
Hold on, stop there. So you're bringing the Moti. So you're bringing the Moti for Aljara George. You said one of the pace. So Aljara George is one of them.
Gabriel.
Okay, then I'm asking, man.
Yes.
Okay.
And Atanis for
and one of the batsmen gone for Atanis.
No one of them. Diego, you talk to again. No mind.
Chase. Rasta and Chase.
One of them.
Chase. I'm not take out.
I see what the young
guy. Chase.
Yes.
I'm going to give the youngster a chance.
Yes, my question why I'm up.
Yeah, man, okay. Yeah, man. Well, when they got these specific questions, man, because you know the cricket, so you can be practical,
Yes. My question why I'm up. They can't do no worse.
Let's hear what the great elite Badger has to say,
All right, there you go. I don't tell him hear that.
Make him answer your question,
I don't think he might come again, I don't think he might come today again, Diego. Not after I hear that scenario. I don't think so. Big up.
What you say? The question the beat
too big, man. I'm going to just breeze the program for a couple of days.
All right, cool. Say no more.
All right, Diego. Good.
All right, we'll take a break. We're coming back.
The JSC Group, Jamaica Stock Exchange, Jamaica Central Securities Depository Limited, and JCSD Trustee Services, providing a fair, efficient, and transparent stock market for over 45 years. The time by the Jamaica Stock Exchange Group is 2:15.
We may be all over the world, but we're still in this together. Feel, make it easy for you get your money. So if you have to get a thing from your brother or mommy, hey, it's a not Insta, it's a MoneyGram. Zoom, Ria, check your phone, your money land. VNBS money transfer, safer, faster, easier. Sign up for VNBS direct to bank account transfer today. No matter step out, fit in the line, straight in your account, money reach long time. VNBS money transfer.
Dependable God.
I am Pastor Corbell Leon, inviting you to join me at 11:30 for Divine Connection, where I teach and encourage you into the Word of God, and you shall be blessed.
That's Divine Connection on Omega Radio, Wednesdays at 11:30 a.m. Sponsored by Impact Science Solution Limited. Services offered: large format printing, billboards, video boards, and much more. Located in St. Catherine and provide services island-wide. You can contact them at 876-667-9582. You can send them an email at impactscience@gmail.com. You can find them on Facebook at Impact Science Solution or on Instagram at ImpactSignJA.
Dependable God.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk on Omega Radio.
All right, welcome back. We go to St. Diego now.
Good day, gentlemen.
Yes,
good afternoon.
Respect to your audience, your viewing and listening audience, yard and abroad. Enough respect also to an earlier caller, Mr. Fact Checker.
Yeah.
You know, who pointed out to us that we must be guarded in how we carry information or we transmit messages. Lest we put them in a basket where much of it is spilt or you know, is shedded. So, yes, we must be guarded against that. Ensure that we carry things as it is spoken.
Mm-hmm.
To Diego, and this is not defending Badger because he's from St. Catherine or in some city, but the case that Zidane posed, there is no difficulty in answering that, Zidane.
Answer it then, no?
But you would tell you that the goal is not just there to stop 30 shots. He could have distributed the ball better, enabling his team to score one or two more goals. So, you know... Yeah,
a goalkeeper is required to distribute the ball to strikers?
Yes, man. That's a part of his game, man.
Well, you don't run for disgrace yourself on national radio, I said, Diego. A goalkeeper is required to distribute balls to strikers for them to score.
The distribution of ball... Matter of fact, it becomes so important nowadays.
Hold on, let me ask the question again.
Some of the goalkeepers nowadays can't be able to catch the ball.
Who's the most famous goalkeeper around?
The Liverpool keeper.
He's
Zidane,
required.
Zidane.
Alice is required. Hold on.
Well, Zidane, are you saying that the goalkeeper don't more than stop?
All right, let me work with your rubbish. Hold on, let me work with the nonsense. Let me show you say, you're silly.
Zidane,
hold on, St. Diego, man. I'm going to work with the nonsense. So listen to St. Diego, man. Listen, man.
But Zidane.
Allow me to St. Diego. St. Diego, allow me. St. Diego, I'm going to work with you, you know.
He's stopping 30 shots.
All right, I'm going to show you how silly you are, St. Diego. What if Allison... What if Allison...
Come on, Zidane.
Can I speak?
Go ahead.
What if Allison distribute the ball to Salah, wide open goal, and Salah miss? What more could Allison do?
He could have distributed one more time.
What if he do it again and Salah misses again?
He could have distributed 70 times 7.
Oh, and Salah miss all of them?
You know what Christ said 70 times 7? He's saying that there is no limit. Exactly. That's the point. Okay. Listen now. And this is a little English.
This is a joke, really, Sanjay.
We need to distinguish between the English word enough and the patois word enough. Would you believe I heard a man telling Oral Tracy this morning that if you don't do enough, it means you do poorly? Oral is simply trying to tell the man that you can do excellently and it's not enough. You can do very good and it's not enough. You can get 98% and it's not enough.
Not enough to win a game.
Well, whatever the circumstance.
Not enough.
It has to address a particular situation. So whatever the situation it's addressing, whatever it's required for to achieve.
But no individual performance.
For instance, if you're a footballer and you're taking a test to get into a college and then tell you that 75% is what you required, you get 74. 74 is good, but it's not enough to get you into UCLA.
Has any individual performance in a team sport ever been good enough to win a team sport?
All right, I'm addressing that now, Orville.
Yes.
Because the point you're making is as if one man will have to score all. The team sport assumes the contribution of others is a given. So yes, it's a given that there will be other contributions.
So which means...
If you're on a cricket team, we know that somebody is going to make some runs. One man can't make all of the runs.
And we know so somebody go and bowl and somebody go and take some wickets and other people will take care.
But you can't argue that the main batsman, he make 100 and the other people make 40, the team make 140. You can't say 100 just simply enough because 141 was required to
No. I'm asking, is any individual performance enough to win a game?
Yes, man. Yes,
no,
man.
Going by the logic, it can't be.
No one individual performance can perform good enough to win no game.
They can't give you what is required. Because a century, it's not a century win the game. So a century wouldn't be what.
When the other team make 150 and one main batsman make 100, is 151 needed for win?
All right.
So him as an individual, his individual performance
was
never
enough.
good enough. And in any case, when the team make 150, somebody had to bowl out that team and take the catches.
Yeah, because one man doing everything.
So that is why, if we are going to take this thing strictly by the letter of the law, no one man's performance is ever good enough to win any team sport.
Okay. You mentioned lawn tennis.
No man, individual sport that.
Right.
I'm saying
this is why I'm saying no.
No man.
Lawn tennis, listen to that, because I think either you or Orville mentioned it.
No, it's the caller. It's the caller mentioned the Davis Cup.
Davis Cup.
Yeah.
Lawn tennis, table tennis, relay on a relay leg, gymnastics. When you do your work, all you have to do is sit back and watch your teammate. You don't affect your teammate performance, and I pointed out that last week.
So
when Usain Bolt run the first leg, and Orville said Usain Bolt start the relay.
So you say when I've done enough?
Usain Bolt run the first leg, Orville. It don't have no effect on the rest of 3 legs. No, Mbappe on a field for 90 minutes, conceivably, conceptually, potentially, can affect the run of play for all of 90 minutes.
I want you to address my point.
I see that the individual sport is different.
No. I gave the example of the netballer in a netball game.
Don't mention lawn tennis, table tennis, gymnastics.
Well, no. All right.
No, Usain Bolt and really again.
No. Give me what is your counteraction to?
Let me close by saying.
Oh, you're closing.
That the word they're confusing enough with is the patois word, and they won't find that in the Oxford Dictionary. It's enough.
All right, so
Mbappe scored enough goals in the World Cup final. Enough. Run it to enough.
All right.
But it was not enough.
St. Diego, no individual performances.
Tracy's making.
No individual.
Mbappe scored plenty.
Yes.
He scored 3, but conceptually, conceivably, he could have scored a 4th one.
And I'm saying no individual performance is ever enough to win no game.
That is subsequent and secondary. We can go to that later on. But the fundamental issue.
By telling me that the superstar did enough to win a game
and I hope
is
wrong.
wrong.
This will help the caller to Oral, because the man said if you don't do enough, it has to be poor.
So why are you talking about that here? We're going to discuss that around the sun. I talk about what we are.
Yes, I said the individual sport can't, but he gave an example. So why don't you go and correct?
Yeah, man, go deal with that around the sun. May I say to you now, St. Diego, no individual, at that part of my want to take me on panel. No individual can, as an individual,
ever do enough.
He can never do enough to win no game.
And that come back to the cliche. You love to talk about cliche. That come back to the cliche. One man can't clap out. We all know that.
So,
no one man can
in the same way in which
not in reproduction, a man need a woman to reproduce.
Oh, I'm glad to
there's nothing on earth a man can do by himself.
All right, Alison.
If you want a tape measure, you have to have a man at the other end for all the things to get the proper measurement.
So the best you can do as a superstar player is to play your part, you know.
And I found Baggio to be quite astute nowadays. Like him disagree with Tracy on this humility thing. Tracy bring up some foolishness about humility. Says bad to be humble.
All right, St.
And
Jago.
Baggio mash him up with that.
All right, St. Jago.
Baggio agree with him on the thing about
A goalkeeper is required to distribute the ball to the striker for him to score. Big up.
You just did it for sub 30 shots.
Well, you're the greatest analyst in the history of the world. Man.
Wait, you ever play wing back for our side? You ever play wing back? You know the syntax between the wing back and the goalkeeper?
All right, my boss.
The wing back has the position to receive the ball from the goalkeeper.
No, but that is not the pass to score the goal. What are you talking about?
Then the say start, you play Bill.
No, but that's not a distribution to the striker though.
No, him can kick it straight up to the striker sometime. Matter of fact, all time.
So why are you bringing up the wing back?
Because nowadays they try to cut out the long ball to the striker.
Yeah, but Allison does that. The goal.
And they start to play the ball.
But in the scenario that I gave, the goalkeeper would be distributing the ball to the wing.
Them build from back nowadays, and they play the ball to the wing back, and it build to the midfield and then to the forward.
No, but that doesn't mean.
There was a time when the goalkeeper used to just sky the ball to the centre circle, Zidane, and his centre forward have to fight for it.
All right, St. Jago.
Okay.
Allison must distribute the ball to the strikers.
I want point me the punt today. No individual can win no team by himself. Yeah. So therefore, telling us that the individual did good enough to win a game is not true.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't do good enough to win no game.
Yeah.
His team did good enough.
Yeah, man, they argue against themselves, man. Because
I just want
it's two things in football game, you know. You have to defend.
Yes.
And you have to score.
Not that.
So if Mbappe scored 10 goals,
Mbappe didn't by himself do.
No, because the defenders have to stop some shot.
And probably somebody have to pass the ball
to him as well.
Take out the other 10 members of the field and
Mbappe get 100 love.
Mbappe will get 100
love.
Mbappe is not good enough on his own to win. No.
All right.
Rollington.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, man. What's up, Zidane?
I'm here.
Good day, Mabba.
Below it go.
Go over there.
Anyway, 2 questions for Zidane and one for you, Orville.
Yes.
Boy, Zidane, I just going to ask you a simple question. What caused that meltdown that we saw on TV yesterday?
Manu, your team?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think their team was a bit naive. Maybe you could say arrogant. Because when you look at the first half, it was pretty good, pretty even. Yes, Liverpool scored a late goal.
And then all of a sudden this meltdown.
But I kept seeing 8-9 Man United players attacking Liverpool. So when the ball was won back by Liverpool, they had like 3-4 players counter so quickly. United was wide open.
We could have seen that Ten Hag made some kind of signal to change the attack.
I thought United went for the juggler way too early in that second half.
Boy,
yeah, man.
They moved up themselves.
They moved up themselves, my boss, and they paid dearly for it on the counter.
Yeah.
Liverpool was absolutely sensational on the counter.
Very embarrassing. I mean, after the progress that we have seen over the last couple of months and things like that, to see them fall back in a hole like this, it hurt. Very embarrassing.
Yes, it is.
The next thing is Zidane. Let me forget about that. Boy, I see your boy Davis look like him.
Anthony
really.
Davis, man. What? 39 last night? Yeah, 38
yes,
and then
man,
20
the
and
man
30.
Look like in the absence of LeBron James. It look like him can do it.
Yes. But it
is
so unfortunate doing that. The Russell, D-Russ, is also out. He got an ankle injury. And I thought he would have been back by now, but he's still struggling.
What? Serious thing that.
Yeah,
but
so
don't joke with Davis, man.
Yeah, man, he's dominating.
Davis look like him is 100% now.
Yeah, man.
You know? So, you know, without with Zidane being out with
But there's great concern that even if they make the playoffs, I don't think LeBron will come back healthy, because they said they're going to re-evaluate him in 3 weeks' time. They're not saying he will be back in 3 weeks.
That bad is the problem that
man. He has one this big thing on him foot, and a walk, basically.
Yes, I know. I saw it. Something like a plastic shoe.
Yes.
Like that. But you know, but anyway, they look well last night.
Yeah, man, they look good. Hold it on, Rollington. Hold it on. We'll take the break. We're coming.
Yeah, man, we're coming back, Rollington.
Visit Garrett Trading and Installation at 169 Constant Spring Road and 10 to 12 Cleardale Avenue for all your tiling and classic stone needs. Call 876-634-9773. The time by Garrett Trading is 2:30.
Omega Radio now presents Sports in a Minute. It's sponsored by Edgechem, Enibet, and Dangel's Auto Spares and Accessories. World number one Novak Djokovic has withdrawn from this week's Indian Wells Masters event with the Serb unable to enter the United States. The 22 Grand Slam winner had applied for special permission to enter the US because he's not vaccinated against COVID-19. The US requires international visitors to be vaccinated, and proof will be required with until at least April 10th. That is Sports in a Minute. Omega Radio has just presented Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem for people who dream in color. Enibet, your best bet, reminds you to bet responsibly. And Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue in Kingston. The music from Yabba's Sunshine J.A. album is hailed by the press release as the sweetest reggae album to come out of Jamaica in recent years. Written and produced by Tony Steins, CEO of Yabba Music, Sunshine J.A. is available for download from all major platforms: Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music, CD Baby, iTunes, Deezer, and Snapchat. Feel good music for all occasions. A must for your playlist. Also available on CD.
The Island Traffic Authority produces driving abstracts that give information such as traffic offenses and violations. To obtain a driving abstract, pay a fee of $3,000 at any tax office and ensure the correct code 365 is on the receipt. Take the receipt and your driver's license to the Island Traffic Authority's head office. To conduct the process on behalf of someone, you must provide an original notarized letter giving you authority to collect the abstract. For more information, call 876-754-1900. The Island Traffic Authority, an entity for road safety good.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk on Omega Radio.
Rollington, back with you, Rollington.
Yes, Orville.
Yes.
Before I go to Brandon King, I heard you mention Hetmeyer's name.
Yeah.
What's the problem with it?
Boy, Saran, who is part of the selecting committee for Ghana cricket, is saying, boy, I'm tired for talk to Hetmeyer. Hetmeyer, they've not play for Ghana right now.
I hear like him available for the...
No, I think them say you have to play some inter-county games that he didn't play. So I don't know if them go.
Well, remember, it seemed as if that incident when they left, when they walked away from him as the next up-and-coming captain, which was to some people very visible, because a lot of things were said about it.
Why would they make him captain when they're not sure if this man is going to be available at any time, boss?
I'm saying that he won the competition. In other words, you have to say him did pass the test.
Yeah, but that is when he was 19 years old.
And then how old was Puran?
No. I'm saying at least Puran would make himself available most of the time. He wasn't. We win the thing 7 years ago.
You see, it's that same fitness thing that came up, But I understand that
but if that is
well see him on the Guyana team.
If that is his problem with Westerners, why is he struggling to meet the criteria for play for Guyana?
I don't know about the criteria, because the criteria involved that same fitness problem that came up.
Well, may I tell you, so right now, him and the Guyanese people having issues regarding him availability for Guyana.
You see, and they pick Puran, then they have to dash him away, and you know what I mean. The other thing is Brandon King.
Yeah.
Why hear the man ring up 100 hard over Sabina Park there over the weekend.
Yeah.
They're looking well.
All right. So here's the quote from from Sarwan regarding
regarding
Hetmire. When asked about the status of Hetmire when it comes to him wanting to play for Ghana, Sarwan says, and this is a quote, "As I said, the board has a policy. Once you play inter-county, you become eligible for selection for Ghana. Now, in terms of it, Hetty wants to play local cricket. That's totally up to him." Like him basically say if Hetty wants to play local cricket, up to him. But then you see him
the
play.
the policy thing tells you that, I mean, it's not so much on Hetmire. It's more, let me tell you something. The selection system coming down the line wasn't
But if Hetty in a Ghana, and the man himself go and play some cricket in a Ghana, you not play, man.
Well, probably him take it away, which him shouldn't really take it that way.
It's a joke.
Because of his future is involved in the cricket. And it probably may hurt him so much that him still, if him can't get over that, well, we really can't help him. But the fact of the matter is that it did happen.
So you think West Indies should have give you a captaincy when you hardly have been available? Them say, even if them said to your brother, you're not fit enough.
No, but
you as the captain, you as a man who want the captain's role, you're not supposed to go out there and say, all right, you don't want me more fit, me or get fit.
This time thing that you was talking about. Remember, Hetmire showed leadership qualities.
No, me think him can captain,
Of course.
But may I say, if you can't want to be the West Indies captain, where the man them say, make yourself as fit as you can be. And you're saying, no, it is the captain who's supposed to help the word make the others fit.
Well, no, that's the part. No, I tell you that this fitness thing.
And then the man them say, come a World Cup, and back to back, you miss plane flight.
Believe you me,
how we are going to make you captain, Brett Big Man?
I just don't have enough. But that was long after, Orville. When a whole heap of things went down after that.
I couldn't make Hetmire captain right now.
I don't know. I thought that things could have been handled better.
All right.
And remember, the Trinidadians, were on board for poor run,
All right, I'll leave it there.
You understand? But anyway, let us hope that something can come out.
All right, cool.
All right.
Leave it there then. As for Brandon, there's one Ian's like him,
Oh, you mean? And Barbados must like him,
But they want him to play again some cricket for Jamaica. Jamaica has already played 2 first-class games.
Well, King has always been available.
No.
From what I hear.
Not always.
But
because we just played 2 games in a first-class cricket and he was part of the note of the 2 games.
But he make 100 over the weekend.
That club cricket, man. Banner take 9 for 30 this weekend.
What you mean, Orville? Then.
Anyway, make we leave it there, sir.
Yeah, I hope to see him anyway.
All right, Jamaica leaving this weekend for a game down the islands. If he goes and performs in 1 or 2 games, I have no problem, Brandon. He's not going to know worse than some of them, man.
Exactly.
All right. But at least play cricket, man. That's all I say. You want to play test cricket? Go play some 40. I don't think that you necessarily have to play everyone,
I hope them don't come up with this fitness program again.
No, Mel. If you're fit enough to make runs, you're fit enough to play. Anyway, make we leave it there, sir. Big up.
All right, sir. Good.
All right, hello.
Bull.
Big up, man.
Yes.
Zidane.
Yes, Bull.
All right, you remember when we played Man City, I asked a question about Tenag. I said, is he brave or naive? I asked you the question again. Yesterday, is that bravery or naive?
Naivety for me.
Why? Can it be both?
That's the same thing I said the last time.
He's a brave man and a naive man in one. Listen, the man believes in the man, so the man can go down and feel. You see, from before they kick off, the man said,
oh yes, talking about it's a pitch, same size, 11 people, and
11 people, whether home or away.
Yeah.
The mindset is to dominate games, whether home or away. I thought for the first 43 minutes, we did a good job.
Mm-hmm.
One little lapse in between Dallas and Fred, I would go 1-0 down. But even then, I was confident because we've been going down in games and coming back. So I was confident that, listen, we can get it back.
Well, this is his first game at Anfield, so he learned. So now him not when he do it again, it won't be naivety.
But he went to City and do the same thing.
Yeah, but
at some point in time, Zidane did. Even in the game now with a 3-0 down, kind of like a last big man. Senan, Scott and them, man, they keep Casemiro out there, take out Rashford, take out Bruno Fernandes and say, we're shutting down at 3 then. It was 3 now. And the man, them still going for the last 4 goals that Liverpool scored now was on the counter. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So, but now pressure him still, he will learn. You get where I come from?
Yes.
But as hard as it on the football field, and I respect that for the man, man.
You know, saying in a way, me kinda. You see, Manchester United has achieved so much this season with a mentality that nobody no better than we. I can't kill a coach but say, let me see how we respond. Even at 3-0 down, we want to see how much we can come back from adversity. You know, me can identify with that kind of philosophy then.
Me not kill him.
Thinking they still can come back and even get a point to the game. Me not saying nothing wrong with that.
Beat him, but at some point in time, we could it have a 3-4. You're not coming back on 4 down Liverpool with 30 minutes left in the game.
Big man. You see the really ambitious teams, them not going to think like that.
They're not going to think like that.
No. Not a team that has been doing much better than that team where I play against we. The Liverpool team. Not a team that wants to push City and Arsenal. That team, they're going to say, we believe we can win every single game.
So if you're going on a football field, you see what's happening on a football field, so you know, this is not my game, shut it down.
No,
you don't think you can still have the elite mentality, but for this
it's difficult. It's difficult to have an elite mentality against a team where you are ahead of the team in the rankings and where you want every possible point. Believe me, I can't understand a coach. So listen, I still think we can beat the side or at least get a point.
Before the game, of course, I got to
3-0 live down, I still think we can do it.
But when you're looking and you realize that, listen, we get a chance and everything the man eat a little net, you know. I know you're already shut it down.
Maybe because he's new in England, he doesn't understand the rivalry between. Because we know you don't want to love from Liverpool.
No.
As a diehard Union fan. But maybe the coach is thinking about that. Me can come back. Him now think say, boy, me can't afford to get embarrassed in front of by this Liverpool team, you know.
Him now want 7 from nobody at all.
Liverpool worse.
But what I'm saying, you know, is that if it's happening to you for the first time, it happened to you already. You get 6 down and 50 and still shut it off and you get back 2 in the last. Shut it down now.
All right, boss. I hear you.
It was 3 up and we still pressing down the man. Them slap back 2 in the net and say, we don't even calm down, you know. Shut it down at some point in time, you have to shut it down. To me.
At what point? 3-0 down?
3.
Me not shut down nothing, sir. me never coach football yet. But me believe me better than you. All me I think about is get 1 goal, you know.
And you're backing it.
And me backing it, you know. My argument is if you can score 6 goals in 45 minutes, that means a better team than you. And me coming, my boy.
If it's 3-0 at halftime, and you go in there talk, you shuffle up and you say, all right.
Yeah, but it's 1-0 at halftime.
1-0 at halftime. Squeeze you back again.
It's not that's why I say bramble, you know, but my mentality is if me want to win a Premier League, me not shutting down to nobody at all. Especially not to a team that I am ahead of on the table, on the points table.
Look, when him sit down and look back at it, he probably say, yo, watch out. We played against Newcastle. Well, we were leading that game, but him shut down the game.
No, it's different when you are leading now, because now you are secure 3 points.
So we're leading that game, but sometimes say, you know, me shut it down.
No, man, that's different, man.
Shut it down to me still. But anyways, embarrassing defeat, and I thought that a lot of players basically get scarred from what they took place already at Anfield last season. Because I think a 5 or 4 debut, and it was the same thing in the game. Man just decided to listen, I'm not run back, you know. The Bruno Fernandes, the Dalot, the Lukshaw, them, they already.
He has his work cut out right now to get them to regroup and take that out of their mind.
That's my thing now.
Yeah.
Well, Rashford said, I hope the Man U players don't use that game to define them season.
Yeah.
You know?
That is going to be the rhetoric that's going to come out of every Manchester United player. I come from Dyer, I come from all them. Every time Man U lose, just look out for Rashford, Dyer, and Bruno Fernandes. They are the first to always put out them things, because apparently Man U fans them love them the most. So they're not going to pressure them. But
okay.
Based on what I see yesterday, though, I think Casemiro looked a bit leggy early out in the game.
All right, boss. Make we leave it there, so.
All right, no problem.
Big up, Bull.
Yeah.
All right. United supporter there, Bull. We'll take another break. We're coming back.
It's now time for This Day in Sports, a feature highlighting historical events in sports.
On March 6, 1895, England beat Australia to win one of the best cricket series ever, winning 3-2. Jack Brown scored the fastest 50 in Test cricket in 28 minutes.
That was This Day in Sports, a feature highlighting historical sporting events.
Spectrum Insurance Brokers pride themselves in being professionals in the field of insurance broking, claim settlement, and risk management services for over 35 years. We offer a wide range of insurance services including motor, property, liability, accident, life and international health for individuals and companies at competitive rates. Call 926-3572 or visit 7.5 Haining Road, Kingston 5 or shop number 3, James Plaza, Mandeville. Call 625-6804 or visit online spectrumjamaica.com. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standards.
Give a little something. US $1 JD 150 every time you receive a remittance from Lasco Money Transfer to sponsor a social project selected by the Jamaica Social Stock Exchange. Say, I want to donate $1 to the cashier. Donations accepted at these locations: 38.5 Red Hills Road, Kingston 10, 15 Chandos Place, Poppin Square, Kingston 10, and shop 203 Bay West Shopping Center, 3 St. James Street, Montego Bay.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk, on Omega Radio.
All right, so we move on, and we have a first timer called Patrick. Hi, Patrick.
I think they might get that wrong.
Is fatigue?
Yes, I.
Oh, you're a first timer?
Yes, man.
Oh, well, I don't know why I did say Patrick on the screen. But fatigue the first timer. Where you calling us from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Manchester.
Which part of Manchester?
Yeah, Sparlings, it's up on the border still.
My place, Sparlings, is my place, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. Out of 9 mile and place, I'm used to run up and down and thing. Say no more.
Okay.
What's you fatigue?
Yeah, man. Me hear the...
Oh, Lord, you're breaking up, fatigue. Hello? No, man. Go back to where you were. Your line's gone bad all of a sudden.
Better?
Yes, fatigue.
Okay. Yeah, man. I was hearing the argument about the Mbappe and doing enough to win the World Cup thing. I never hear anyone argue that Argentina's 3 goals were not enough to let them win the World Cup. Because at the end of playing time, both teams were level 3-3, you know so? So I don't think the 3-goal Argentina did score was enough.
How the game ended again? Was it 3-all or 4-all?
A 3-3. It ended 3-3.
Yes. Oh, yes. Mbappe scored off.
Yeah. So I don't think Argentina 3 goals was enough either.
No, because at that stage, the game was tied.
Yeah.
So
using that logic.
When I said why when I pressure Mbappe about, so I never do enough.
I know we appreciate.
Me appreciate Mbappe.
Correct some wrongs, some joke arguments that we're hearing.
But you hear my argument, fatigue. Nobody, no individual has ever done enough to win no team game.
Yeah, a team sport still, and I said then, the man might point out one man, the man will do the best.
No matter how brilliantly he did, him needed him teammates to help him to win a team game. While he must score, him expect people to defend it and goalkeeper to stop it and midfielder to pass on himself.
Yeah, man.
So he didn't do what was required when them win. No matter what him do, him have help from his teammates to do what was required. So no individual has ever done enough by himself to win nothing. So even when you win, you alone never do enough.
Yeah.
I hope that settles the fool argument.
Hey.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Jump on a little basketball, you know. Zidane.
Yes.
Which team are your team?
Me not on a team. Me want the Lakers to welcome. My favorite players on the Lakers.
LeBron, not?
Yes.
Okay. So you not like Phoenix?
Like them to win?
Or even challenge for it?
Yeah, man, definitely with Kevin Durant. You know, he's back. And I'm trying to remember if it's 3 straight or 4 straight they have won with him, including beating Dallas yesterday. Now, thriller. Yeah, man. Any team with Kevin Durant and sufficient support cast, you will be in the mix, once he's fully fit.
For the few, when I say still, I kind of like how it look for Phoenix. Still.
That 1-2 scoring punches can be devastating, but you're talking about Booker and Durant.
Yeah, man.
2 mid-range killers. They're hard to stop, man.
Mm.
Yeah, the worry is that they might not be as good as they were defensively, but the NBA is a scoring league.
Yeah. I put on a prayer for AD still. I mean, foot then I go hold up much long still, but
yeah, that's the concern.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why you give yourself the name Fatigue, though? I'm curious.
Because sometimes I have a personality where I might argue in such a way that you might be fatigued.
Meaning what?
Sometimes I press along my point and you might not like it.
Oh, so you get the argument because your people get fatigued listening to you?
Yeah, especially when they want to be right and they're not.
Boy, you have a unit.
You can prove them wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
I hear you, my boss. Anything else you want to add before we run?
Yeah, I'm going to jump off now and give our next man a chance.
How long you listening to the program now?
Years, brother.
Years. All right. Good addition to the show. All right, Fatigue.
Yeah, man. Cool.
Fatigue out of Spalding. All right, here's Dwight Chateau.
Hey, Orville, what's up? How you doing, sir?
We're good, man.
Great.
Yeah, cool. When I really want to spend too much time for going at this not enough thing, But I'm going to stick my toe and go back over to cricket and thing. But Orville,
yeah,
and Zidane, I really think you guys trying to look too far into this thing. And I think you all should just take the statement as it is. And I appreciate that there is some truth in what Oral is saying. Now, note, gentlemen, when I agree with 100% of what Oral is saying. Can you hear me?
We're hearing you.
But on this point, where you say, if a team didn't win, player X did not do enough, the chances are right, 95% of the chances.
No, man, he's saying in all scenarios. I don't understand your point. But that's what we are challenging. We never.
But I'm saying.
You think we don't know that there's a scenario where you could look at in the 2014 World Cup final, if somebody said Messi did not play well enough for Argentina to win, I agree.
Yeah.
So how you could believe that we're saying that it's all in all cases? I don't understand it, do I?
Yeah, it's correct, 95%.
But that's not what he's saying, my boss. If he put a percentage, nobody will be arguing with him. No. He's saying the man said there's no scenario where they're losing.
You and we have the same problem with the discussion. It's the blanketness.
Yes.
The blanket statement that says every time your team loses, the star player did not do well enough as an individual.
Gentlemen, but you agree that it's correct maybe 95% of the time.
Which means it is still wrong.
Orville, just answer my question.
I don't know what number you put on.
Yeah, I don't know, but clearly I don't know there will be cases where the star player did not do it.
Exactly.
Orville.
Yeah.
You said we're not here to discuss oral.
No, I'm discussing a statement.
And just think about what I'm talking about and just talk about what I'm talking about.
If you say that sometimes...
Orville, we agree that when a team doesn't win, the chances are 95%. It could be argued that...
No, I wouldn't argue that. Because if you're a star player on a weak team, Brian Lara was a star player. He did well quite a lot of times. We were still losing. It depends on the makeup of your squad, man. LeBron James, when he was at Cavalier for the first 7 years of his life, he was holding up his end. He was playing well. His teams were not getting to the final except for one. I couldn't blame him. Michael Jordan was not getting to NBA finals till 6, 7, 8 years down the road. So I can't say that 95% of the time you lose a game because your star player doesn't do well.
You use the word blame.
No, I never said blame. I can't say that the 95% of the time your star player didn't do well enough.
Okay, so let me stand.
I disagree.
Okay, Okay, so let me just reason it out. Okay, cool. So you agree with me, number one, that any team that loses that game, chances are did not do enough to win that game.
And the chances are the team definitely didn't do well enough.
Once you lose.
There are exceptions. There are some things which chances are because of an act of God or cheating or something that it would have been impossible for them to have turned the game, even though they did their best. But we have put away the
It's fair to say that once you lose, the team never play well enough.
Yes. Okay.
They're losing team.
You also agree that the team is made up of the players on the team.
Yes.
So it's also fair to argue that if a team doesn't do well, the players on the team didn't do well.
Yes.
Well enough.
Yes. Then I same thing that the players on the team, but within that construct, you can have one player who did all that was required of him.
But let me take it one step forward. No player on a team has a certain amount that's set aside for him to do.
True.
Okay, so if your team didn't win, it is possible to reason that the star player who should be leading the line.
And it depends on what the star player did on that given day or night.
Yes.
If you scored a double century in a cricket match and your team loses, then that man who scored it.
And to get first honors, you have to get 90 and above as your overall average. You know how difficult that is?
As an individual.
89, you can't say you never do it.
No, man, but you're talking about an individual. I'm talking about a team. 11 of us go out to beat them 11 man over here, so.
Let me go back to what we're saying. The guy scored 200 runs. Correct?
Yeah.
He had 12 more runs. What is wrong with arguing that he did not do enough for the team?
Dwight, we agree with you that there's... we agree with you, Dwight. As long as you're not saying it's 100% that every single time you lose the game.
All right, so we agree.
So we agree, Dwight. So it doesn't make sense to argue.
By the way, let me ask you one more thing before you.
Zidane, may I argue the same thing? We know, may I argue the same thing? We don't have 100.
Yeah, man. So we agree.
So we agree. So I know that. By the way,
Mr. Green, with this point where you're telling us that if somebody scored 200 runs, that he has done enough. How you come up with enough? Nobody has a certain amount of coaching that they're supposed to do.
No, man, he did well enough, man.
Yeah, man. Realistically, that is.
He scored 400. He did too much.
Too much?
Yeah. When Lara scored the 400 runs, did he do too much?
No, it's hard to argue that you did too much. But you're certainly.
So if a scorer, if a guy had scored 212 runs instead of 200 runs, Zane, he didn't do too much. So he didn't do enough if it was the 12 extra runs.
No, man, I know him not do enough, my boss.
What do you mean I know him?
I'm team not do well enough.
No, Orville, we already agree that
what does
nobody on a team have a certain portion. So you can't say
I couldn't say he didn't do well enough. Do I? Him team not do well enough. You make 200 and add, you did more than enough.
No, you're not counting my point. There's nothing outside of stuff which are impossible. And outside of stuff which are highly humanly improbable. Zin? So Zidane laid on a nice example. So you're on a Davis Cup team, you win all your games. Zin? You can't do anything more. It's impossible for you to play in a game that you weren't supposed to play. Or you're on a gymnastics team.
Was there somebody on the winning team that did enough?
If you are on a football team or a cricket team and you score a century, you did well.
I'm asking, was there somebody on the winning team that did enough individually?
Repeat the question.
The team that won, was there one using the same?
Team did enough.
Was there one individual that did enough?
On that team who won.
I didn't ask about the team. I'm asking, was there one individual on the winning team that did enough?
On that team that did not do enough to win. Once a team win, every single Chapman on that team did well enough to win.
No, sir.
Not everybody did well.
No.
You mean that everybody did well?
Nobody on the winning team as an individual did well enough.
Orville, if your team win, and all you do in the match is one tackle, but your team won, you did well enough to win. You didn't do well.
As an individual, you did well enough.
Yeah, man. Everybody did well enough.
No, Chateau. That's on a way, Chateau.
All right, Chateau.
I never said you did well. You did well enough.
Me?
It's not you would do well enough for your team to win, Chateau. It's others bail you out, Chateau, man. Analyze the thing, man. It's others help you.
All we do is put in one tackle, but my team win, and I did well enough.
Orville and Zidane, you're conflating.
Hold the line, Bramble Shot.
Yeah, I give him some more.
We'll give you a minute.
All right, give him a minute.
Wait a minute, Orville.
Hold on, we'll give you a minute. We're coming back after the break.
Omega Radio now presents a health alert, sponsored by New Budget Supplies, always the best prices, and Bashco, the store that gives you more.
Clean and disinfect surfaces frequently daily. This includes tables, doorknobs, light switches, countertops, handles, desks, phones, keyboards, toilets, faucets, and sinks. If surfaces are dirty, clean them. Use detergent or soap and water prior to disinfection.
Omega Radio has just presented a health alert, sponsored by New Budget Supplies, always the best prices, and Bashco, the store that gives you more.
Do you want to go deeper in the Word? If yes, then join me, Prophetess Denise Sang, every Wednesday at 11:15 a.m. for the Crossover Experience, where we will go beyond the surface, exploring the keys to kingdom living for a successful spiritual life in a real world according to the Word of God. That's the Crossover Experience on Wednesdays at 11:15 a.m. on Omega Radio.
Going through a storm, but I won't go down. I hear your voice carried in the rhythm of the wind to call me out.
Blessings to you and your family. I am Archbishop Wayne Jonathan Manning, the first Executive Chairman of Omega Radio around the world. We are delighted to be in Jamaica. This is my home. This is Yard. We would like to inform the listening community and all the listeners from near and far that our new format is Gospel and Sports. We believe that you are not made to last but to outlast. As a result of that, we're hoping that you will continue to be loyal to the new change and the new format, you and your family. We hope you enjoy the music that we're playing. Thank you for being a loyal listener. Sincerely, Archbishop John Wayne Manning.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk on Omega Radio.
All right, Dwight Chateau. Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
If you believe that because your team win, then every individual on that team did well enough, then you're badly misguided.
Yes, indeed.
If you win?
Yes, your team win.
So, Duarte is saying that if I make a double duck in our game, and we win the game, I did well enough,
In the football example, if my team lose 2-1 and the one goal with them and them score, is a full penalty, me kick on the man at the box. I mean, I do nothing else in the game afternoon. Me did well enough, according to the White.
Orville.
Oh, you can't reason, so brother.
Orville. Him down in a penalty box, not true?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you could have give 2 other penalties and your team lose, not true?
Yes.
So you did well enough. You played horribly.
No, man, your team did well enough, man.
You didn't play so badly.
No, get it in your head that your team can play well and you as an individual played horribly.
Orville, let us put it on next week. It is possible. Hello?
Yes.
It is possible to win a game of tennis and about...
Individual, no, man, no, but no, give me the individual example.
Why you can't give
because the argument work in them sport, them attack team sport.
Okay, dog.
Yes.
It's possible to win a game 23-21, not true?
Yes.
Football game.
Yes.
Okay, cool. The team who gave up 21 goals, you thought they performed well defensively?
Them perform better than the other.
But
No. The team will win perform better than the team will lose.
Whoa. Slow down. The team that gave up 21 goals did they perform well defensively?
No.
Did their defense line perform well enough to win?
Yes.
Okay. The defense line is made up of individuals, right?
But yes.
Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
So those defenders who gave up the 21 goals, did they do well enough?
As a collective, yes.
Individuals, as individuals.
No. You can't be talking about collective and individual at the same time. What's wrong with you, man? The defense as a unit did not do well, but you might have one man in that unit who none of the 21 goals can be blamed or can be attributed to him. He could have had a game out of his skin, but because he was part of the defensive unit, you can't say the defensive unit didn't do well enough. But one man, let us say all 21 goals were from the right side, and the left back now have nothing to do with none of the goals.
Let's examine a point. That one man in the defense line that performed very well. Zin, you could also have another rotten man who played to the right time, who could have played worse than he played on that day.
Anyway, we're going around in circles. You're not going to change my mind. I'm clear that I'm not going to change for you.
Order. You cannot, if you are willing to step out and say the defense line did well enough to win, then you can't say the individuals in the defense line didn't do well enough to win.
What a fool argument that the West Indies batting did well to beat Australia. Does that mean all the batsmen did well enough to beat Australia? The man who made Ducks did well enough, my boss.
Yeah, he made Ducks twice.
Let me explain it.
What a wicked man to make on the radio, man.
So the batsman made Ducks twice in both innings.
He did well enough too. West Indies make 500 runs in the first innings and 300 in the second innings. You say that, hold on, man, hold on. Yeah. The West Indies batting performed well enough to beat Australia. The man who make 2 Ducks in perform well enough too.
Let me explain. Again, even though everybody on the team might not have done well, they did well enough.
Did the man who make the double ducks
did well enough?
As a batsman?
Suppose playing with 9 instead of 11 players would have put them at a disadvantage.
Do it. Leave it. Yeah, man.
Big up yourself, do it.
No, man,
what a disgrace.
We can't have in the more.
What is intelligent man just embarrass themselves on this topic?
You make double ducks and you say you did well enough, my boy. The West Indies batting did well enough, not you.
Is your part of the team?
All right, the West Indies performed poorly. All right, so do I. All right, encourage. One more before we hear. No. So the West Indies got blown away. Let me give you one last example, Dwight. You're on my time. Yeah, but you're dead 5 minutes to talk rubbish. Dwight, so the West Indies bowled out for 120.
No, Orville.
One man on that team make 100. The West Indies batting was poor. Was that man poor?
Orville.
Oh, no, can't reason for like me.
You know, always come back and talk at this at length. But we want to make the cricket point before I leave. Can I make
No. We have to run. You spend enough time.
We have to run talking nonsense.
Yeah.
You can't get extra time there.
You
don't deserve it.
You don't deserve it.
You don't deserve it.
Dwight, so once you say that the defense performed well, it means every individual in that defense performed well. How can we argue like that? So the West Indies batting performed poorly. We were bowled out for 130.
Orville.
One man make 100. Are you going to say because we can say collectively
Orville.
the batsmen did poorly, the man make 100 as an individual did poorly as well? Do I chat to them?
There's a reason why coaches win games and drop people. You know? It means that the person who was dropped played poorly.
But Zidane, you're not convincing me. I mean, know there's some people out there who understand. So do I just as usual talking about a crap.
All right.
Next.
Music. Brought to you by Edge Campaigns for people who dream in color. This one is from Stitchy. Fast and Pray.
Radio Alley Reggae Top 10.
Creating the balance.
Me fully saved under the blood in the church hall. Can't forget about my friends in the dance hall. Joy and love me have a great peace of mind. And now this me want me dance, I'll bring them to find. Now go fast and pray till Christ that I may friend them find. Stitchy, I go fast and pray until the devil get thee behind me. Fast and pray till Christ that I may friend them find. Stitchy, I go fast and pray until the devil get thee behind. Awesome, powerful and great, mighty Father, save, protect and bless, bounty killer. Got your blessing with the voice of a warrior. And me want him plead the blood against Lucifer. Faithful, righteous, holy one. In the name of Jesus Christ, me call Capleton. Because you bless him as a talented young man. And me want him burn the fire upon Satan. Grace and mercy granted to Jesus. Save and prosper, bless Mr. Lexus. Help him to study daily your holy book. And not take another look in our cookbook. Remember Moses Davis, yes, being a man. In my mouth, Lord God put a new song. Talented, excellent entertainer. Help him to accept Jesus Christ as his Savior. Fast and pray till Christ allow me friend them find. Stitchy, I go fast and pray until the devil get thee behind me. Fast and pray till Christ allow me friend them find. Stitchy, I go fast and pray until the devil get thee behind. Father, you are just, you give mercy to everyone. Grant some more to brother Desmond, ninja man. Let him return, Lord, in your divine time. Use the rod of courage and to get him back in line. Precious Jesus, bless my friend Professor Nuts. Save him, Lord, help him to be serious. Help him to study Exodus and Leviticus. And over Satan and run him in the bus. I pray for baby Sham, blessing with that miracle. My friend Buju and my friend who are a rebel. We know the enemy can be wicked and terrible. So save brother Shabakabra from the devil. Let me fast and pray till Christ allow me friend them find. Stitchy, I go fast and pray until the devil get thee behind me. Fast and pray till Christ allow me friend them find. Yo, Stitchy, I go fast and pray until the devil get thee behind. Jesus, remember blink that elephant man shocking vibes through. By your spirit change them life and make them brand new. And as it Captain Barty become an all sizzler too. Save them, change them, then use them to serve you. Touch Shaggy with your blood and set him free. When you bless him, make him ball out, it is me. He need a prayer now, me gone down on me knee. Him shall ball the light, make him get busy. As I pray to you, Jesus Christ, Mr. Vegas, my brother, transform him life. I declare in a sin, he will not die. In your kingdom, help him all him. General Chief Brigadier Jerry Chaplin, Yellow Man. Ricky Stero, Daddy Blue, Pan Stero One. Father, remember Wolfman, him was my right hand. Well, for them life, Lord, me know you have a new plan. Admiral Bailey, Tiger, Tuesday, Wales, and Super Chat. Dispatch your angels and protect them from all attack. Holy Spirit, lead them on the right track. In the name of Jesus, none of them now go turn back. Fast and pray till Christ allow me friend them find. Stitchy, I go fast and pray until the devil get thee behind me. Fast and pray till Christ allow me friend them find. Yo, Stitchy, I go fast and pray.
All right, Fast and Pray by Stitchy, brought to you by HM Paints for people who dream in color. You can imagine you're chasing down a total on the final day, Orville.
Yeah.
So we need quick runs, and the workman come out. He make ducks in the first innings.
Yeah.
And come out and make ducks after one ball in the second innings. You go on to win the game. And he did
well enough. He was part of the team that one.
You can't. What is required of a batsman?
Not
if you make runs.
I get this.
So if you don't make runs, you can't do well enough. Them outline the meaning of enough, you know.
What is required?
What is required of you?
A batsman who doesn't get any runs, how can he say he did what was required
of him?
Him not technically catch him, no nobody. But you did what was required because you're on the team where I wait.
Do I
say?
Hey,
once you win,
is one vote.
You did what?
Is one vote. Do I get my call of the year now? Me know why now.
You know why now?
Me realize why.
You know what I'm surprised about?
That me just I know.
No. That there was somebody listening to the radio we think Dwight was the best guy.
We'll take a break. Yeah. We're coming back.
Insurance is easier at JCIA. At JCIA, we are always open with online payments and other services available at your convenience. So, whether you're insuring your business, car, home and contents or yourself and family, we are just a click away. Contact any of our offices island-wide by telephone 876-929-5360 or visit our website for details. Great savings, great service, great convenience. Jamaica Cooperatives Insurance Agency Limited.
The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission JADCO needs your help to eliminate doping and keep sport clean. If you have concerns about any doping activity, you can share the information with JADCO anonymously. The information you share will be treated with the highest level of confidentiality. Make the right call if you see something, say something. Protect clean sport. Protect our legacy. To report doping activity, call 888-429-5232 or visit the JADCO website at jadco.gov.jm. A message from the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk on Omega Radio.
All right. Who's there now? Physio?
No, Zidane, me.
Oh, Mr. P.
Well done,
Sir
Mr. P.
Not Physio yet. Sir P.
Orville.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you never remind, but what the guy name? The one that talk a while ago.
Chateau.
Chateau. You should have remind him about the test with West Indies and South Africa.
Which one?
This keeper make 2 ducks and 4 ball in face, you know. And miss.
Bafuma.
Yeah. If the West decide with
No, man. No. He did well enough.
Enough, yeah. And 3 ball in face.
Bafuma made double ducks, but no, him did that on the field and motivate some man.
No, well, as a batter, you said as a
batsman.
As a batsman.
Yeah, he did well enough to win.
Yeah.
To help him
But
win.
anyhow, I hear Wellington talking about Sarwan, right? About Edmire. No, he played for Guyana. Edmire supposed to be the star batsman, you know. And before, because he do play a little curry goat match. You say the man can't make a side?
No. I'm saying, in their opinion, they are not convinced that Hetmeyer is interested enough.
Well, they say that, but then you know because
listen. If Hetmeyer was playing, because I've long argued that you don't have to be playing cricket in the West Indies to play for the West Indies, you know. But when you not play cricket, none at all, no 4-day cricket nowhere. Me have an issue, my boss. And you know, name Viv Richards and Sachin Tendulkar.
No. Well, Hetmeyer playing for Guyana coming like this woman where you call, you know, because they might tap at the top, you know. Top of the top. So if him say, boy, watch ya, just me not play no little country cricket.
No, man, you can't do that. You have to be playing some kind of cricket, make we know say you in shape.
All right. Let me tell you. You see Sarwan never history where cricket is concerned. The first time when they threw him, they're going to find leg, you know. Right? Then the second time when he said, boy, man almost commit suicide. Right? Then when the man grabs some, cramp you have some argument. Right? Sometimes you wonder Sarwan and people get on, you know. Because I don't think say in my class they are friends. That's my opinion.
No, but you know nothing to do with friends.
Something to do with cricket. As I said before, whether you play 2 days, 1 day, or whatever the case might be. In a team like Guyana, Hetmeyer supposed to walk in outside whether him just wake up or not.
No. The people them say Hetmeyer, but why you come play some cricket in Guyana?
All right.
And he refuses to play. I remember he had also basically not toured West Indies. This man is developing a little history of not wanting to play, man.
Yeah, Wellington Town talking about Keno, right? You see our present senior cup, Arvin?
Yeah.
Well, might as well they reduce the team to 4 and play warm and away. Because when you think I play KCC and Boys Town, right? Against Kingston and Regiment. No fool side that, man.
Yeah, some of the teams them not so strong at all.
Yes, so might as well throw them a 4 or 5 good team.
They had a thing with them, what them call it, a franchise team where they would then pick their best 90 players after the Senior Cup, you know. You remember that something, no?
Yes, man.
Northern this or whatever the thing.
Yeah.
No, but what they did, they played this part first, and then out of that now they select. Yeah.
But put it this way now. When the guy Garvey make 300 or something, I must say KSC might play against, you know.
Yeah, man. So that's what I'm saying. This way, you make everybody get a chance to play. And then they select the best 90 of those, put them into 6 franchises, and then take it from there. So I don't mind this part.
But
there's another level.
What you say. But
Yeah.
when you play against some local team and make 1,000 a run for the series, and you say, boy, you in the top 90. But who you make the runs against?
And I'm saying that top 90 now there will be a competition amongst those.
Yeah.
So that's now where we are go use now and find out how good you really are.
Me understand why you're talking.
So in other party, I mean, I mind it. Every little man, because some man now who you probably wouldn't be thinking, this is what him use and show us him have a thing. You know what I mean?
And they come and them beat him up and make all 400 runs in
Right,
that
but then this man now have to go face off with the very best in the island at another level.
But
Me no mind.
me feel say someone and Etmire no cross.
Well, me not think as that. Etmire and too much people in a cross. Etmire and a serious.
But he must be a guy in this country, superstar.
Me still want me start show me some interest.
Right?
All right,
Cool.
leave it there.
All right.
Physio.
Is Physio there now?
They've been here all along, boss.
Yes, Physio.
What are going Physio?
Yeah, man, they won't. So my car, cause you know, 7, they want to get 7. But yeah, man. So there is no way back to the point where been going on for a little while now. There is no way in our team sport you can truly say at the start of the game that this player required this to do. So there again, you can't say he did enough or not do enough. It's a team event, it's not an individual event.
That's
so
my
if
point.
Mbappe scored 3 goals, you can't say at the end when the team draw and got penalty shootout that Mbappe did not do enough.
And then he went on to score his penalty.
And he scored. He did all that
Yeah.
he could have done. All that he could have done, he did. You're not expecting him to score all I goal them.
Yeah, realistically, yeah.
One to Oliver Giroud, who then take off before halftime. But I'm to Griezmann. They did not do anything at all. So you can't come blame one superstar because the team lose. And if the team did win, and he never scored a goal, I would say, oh, he did enough because he was on the field. That doesn't make sense. The point of Serpi make a while ago, brilliant. The South African captain don't make no runs. Him face 4 balls, but the team win. What?
So you can't argue as a batsman that he did enough because the team won.
He was on the winning side. That doesn't make sense. When you score, you don't contribute nothing to the team batting-wise. You can't ever say, oh, but, well, then again, you can't say Bavuma was the captain. Anyway.
No, man, we're talking about as a batter, man. As a batter. Can you say as a batter he did well enough? No, he did nothing because he's required to make runs as a batsman. He made none.
And he did not, exactly. So you can't say because the team win, automatically everybody on that team did enough. That doesn't make no sense.
A joke
argument. That doesn't make no sense. But anyway, back to my point, boss. So Liverpool now. So you see Liverpool come out and big up Omar from St. Thomas. Man come out and the man said Liverpool are going from the get.
Yeah, man, he was very bold about his prediction on Friday.
Very bold and how the team perform, the team play out of their skin. And if you ever look on how Liverpool been playing over the last few years, Van Dijk been special, except probably this year. So 4 years ago when Van Dijk did everything he could do in a Liverpool backline, but Trent lapsed and give up a goal. Did Van Dijk did not do enough? What else Van Dijk could have done? Van Dijk can't go over with Trent there to go defend over Trent.
My boss.
So,
There you go.
Van Dijk can play left center half.
He did what was required of him. He did what was required of him.
Right side now. He did everything that was required of him, and he did enough to stop everything from Benzema.
If he needs to do the right back work for him to do enough.
Then he might do more than enough. He might do more than what he's required to do.
Precisely.
Does that make sense?
Yes, indeed.
But let me analyze United now and Ten Hag real quick. Why did Ten Hag play Bruno on the left-hand side, where Trent is, when you know that Trent will give you space in behind, and you have Rashford in the form of life, and you play Rashford through the middle, up against 2 strong defenders, Van Dijk and Konate. Big lapse in judgment, that are the worst thing you could ever do. And then you play Weghorst. What is the purpose of Weghorst in the team? As a play as a number 10, behind the striker.
Yeah.
What's the purpose? To click on the ball? So all you're going in the team.
Probably for a game like that, he should have made that adjustment with Weghorst.
And then you hear say, oh, he's tactical and he's brilliant in-game management. Why never make that change long time? He was very poor. He was worse than naive bull. There is absolutely no way you can go in at the game. And
Yes.
he want him shoot himself in the leg.
He has to take some licks. I remember a United fan was.
Riled up the fans.
Yeah.
Riled up the fans. And Liverpool team, when you go say, oh, it's the same pitch. The ball is there, 11 players, 3 referee, 1 fourth official, and ears in the ball. And
He got cocky. He got cocky there, man. Very cocky.
Too much. You can't do that. You got Anfield, no matter the form of Liverpool and Anfield level. Just like when Liverpool got Merseyside.
He-
The Merseyside derby versus
Yeah, man.
Merseyside.
He got caught. He got caught in his own hype, my boss. They are on great form. They won the cup, beat Barcelona. They are through. They are doing well in the FA Cup. So he got caught up in the hype, thinking that they're
And then
invincible.
again, Man U would beat Liverpool at Liverpool for 7 seasons. Why you gonna do this?
Yeah,
At 7 seasons, you know, a 1 goal United score or 2 goal at Anfield in a 7 years, you know, and Liverpool's now scored 21 goals. You know, what are you going to do?
What is the number? 26 or I'm not sure. 21 or
I think a 21 goal, man. I think a 21 goal, and Salah have probably about 11 of them.
no 13 now.
No, man, I think they have 9 or 10.
We had 9 before, and now
He
11.
had 9 or 10. No, he had 10 before, so he have 12 now.
12 now. Yeah, I knew. I knew he
12
said.
now.
I knew the commentator said he had 10 in 11 games before yesterday.
Yeah, and I know he had 12.
Yes.
For sure. Yeah. So big blunder from Ten Hag, and next day come on field, you just lock up shop and try hit Liverpool on the break with Rashford on Trent side, and that's it.
Yes.
All right,
Physio.
All right, Physio.
Big up yourself, the great Physio. There.
I was still now. Garvey.
Garvey.
What's
yes,
up?
afternoon.
Big up on us, sir. Drop a little NFL breaking news on the show here before I'm going further. Derek Carr has now signed with the Saints. That's the X-Raiders QB. And Calvin Ridley has been reinstated by the Falcons after him gambling suspension. And news out of the Champs camp is that the Chiefs have decided against using the franchise tag on left tackle Orlando Brown. So I don't know what that means, whether they're going to sign him long term or they're going to trade him. I don't know. Let's see. Some basketball I want to chat about, gentlemen.
Yes, indeed.
You, Zidane Matthews.
Mm-hmm.
Who's a greater player, Larry Bird or LeBron James?
LeBron by far.
And why is he a greater? By far.
Yes.
Okay, and why is he a greater player?
Because he consistently dominates basketball games more than Larry Bird over his career.
He consistently dominates
yes.
basketball games. And what do you use to measure that the same dominate the game more than Larry Bird?
Yeah, man, my ability to shoot, score, pass, rebound, block, steal over a consistent long period.
All right.
Yes.
Who is a better offensive player, Larry Bird or LeBron James?
LeBron.
Why?
Because him combined scoring and passing better than Larry Bird.
Why? Okay. Whoa. Let's go to the videotape. Right here, Orville. LeBron James averages 27 points a game for his career, right?
Yeah, yes.
Larry Bird averages 24.3, right? 24. Let's say 24, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he also takes one more shot than Larry Bird per game, right?
Okay.
They average the same amount, the same field goal percentage overall from the field, right? Larry Bird is ahead of LeBron James in 3-point field goal percentage. He's ahead of LeBron James in free throw percentage, right? LeBron James averages...
Yeah, but I would cover the scoring doing up. So you're not forgetting the percentage of the free throw and the 3
No,
point.
but how you going to say... How are you? So you told me that he's better offensively than Larry
Yeah, because
Bird.
he's a greater
Because he dominate. That is a silly...
No, what I said... Hold on. Go listen to what I said, Nagavi. I said
Listen to the point before you...
He combines scoring and passing better than Larry Bird.
All right. Okay, cool. What do you use to measure to say LeBron James is a better passer than
When
Larry
we watch
Bird?
them play, I see them fine people.
No. You can't tell me that.
No, when I watch them...
No, I'd love to know what Garvey uses.
What do you use, Garvey?
Okay, Orville, question to you. LeBron James averages 7.2 assists per game, right?
No, your assist doesn't tell me how good you are, necessarily.
Well, I know. So what do you use to measure a person's passing then, Mr. Higgins?
Watching them.
Professional.
No, assist come down to who is making the shot when you pass to them.
What do you use
I
to
just
measure
answered
a
you,
man's passing ability?
By watching him play. The fact that you have more assists than me don't mean that you're a better passer than me.
So hold on. What do you use? So hold on. Did you watch Larry Bird play, Mr. Higgins?
Well, I did. I saw enough games.
Me not see enough for Larry Bird.
Orville, we just jump in and I put in it. Did you watch Larry Bird play basketball?
No, not enough. to make a
You
judgment.
tell me, say you watch and know the LeBron James is a better
He
passer.
never said that.
did I-
No, he
did
never
I
said
say
that.
that?
He never said that.
You say by watching the game.
No, he explained.
You asked me, how do I know that player A
How do
is
you
better
know
than
that
player
LeBron
B?
James is a better passer
I
than
never
Larry
tell you,
Bird?
but me never tell you that. As Zidane, you asked the question and you never asked me. Me no know.
Okay, no, but you are supportive of what?
No, I'm supportive of the argument that
you can't use
you cannot use stats to determine who is a better passer. That's what I'm in agreement of.
Hold on, no, say you have Higgins get a homework tomorrow to determine who was a better passer. LeBron James and Larry Bird, what do you do?
Go watch some Larry Bird.
Go watch some Larry Bird.
Would you watch all the games or just highlights?
To watch the games that I can. Some full games.
But you see someone on a fence.
What is he talking about?
There is no way for you to go back and watch all of his games.
So you use assist to know who is a better passer?
Not just assist. Not just assist. Listen. Listen, Orville.
What else do you
one of
use
the
except
most-
assist?
You know one of the most telling stats when it comes to assist in the NBA? If you know anything about the NBA, it's a thing called assist to turnover ratio. You ever heard of that ratio, sir?
Yes.
LeBron James' assist to turnover ratio, especially in the playoffs when it matters most, is less than 2-1. Larry Bird is over 2-1. LeBron.
How much assists does Russell Westbrook have
I
per
will
game?
give you. Listen to this, Orville. LeBron James averages 7.2 assists.
How much does
Larry Bird-
Russell Westbrook average points per game?
Hold on, man.
Assist.
Are we talking about Russell Westbrook? Are we
No,
talking
no, no,
about
no. No, I'm just asking how many points.
Russell Westbrook. Nobody come derail me.
No, we're not. Hold on, no, calm down, Garvey. We're trying to be intelligent on the radio.
Oh, you're not to learn.
Garvey, stop quarrel. So Russell averages more.
8.3.
And LeBron is how much?
And LeBron is way down. I think LeBron is 6 up.
How many turnovers per game Russell Westbrook?
I'm sure.
You mean LeBron is way down? LeBron is 7 point something. Is that no way down?
Russell Westbrook is a better passer than LeBron.
Nobody could.
What is their turnover to assist?
No, but you come with the assist first, my boss, and I get the teeth lick out.
Come with that. Stop. Hey, me no call back a swear, brother. Stop telling lie, man.
Let me ask you, you use it. Now you bring up assist.
Wicked boy.
Now you,
I ask you.
I hold it like
that.
that.
You use to determine a man is a better
And I said, watch your game. Hold the line, Gabby. Hold the line, Gabby. Calm down. Hold the line. We're coming back.
We may be all over the world, but we're still in this together. Feel? Make it easy for you get your money. So if you have to get a thing from your brother or mommy, hey, it's a not Insta, it's a MoneyGram. Zoom, Ria, check your phone, your money land. VNBS money transfer. Safer, faster, easier. Sign up for VNBS direct to bank account transfer today. No matter step out, fit time no line. Straight in your account, money reach long time. VNBS money transfer.
Omega Radio now presents Sports in a Minute. It's sponsored by Edgechem, Enibet, and Dangel's Auto Spares and Accessories. Great Britain's Keely Hodgkinson defended her 800 meters title in style before team captain Jasmine Sawyers won a stunning long jump gold at the European Indoor Championships in Istanbul. Hodgkinson carried her form from a superb season into the final, finishing well clear in 1 minute 58.66 seconds. The Olympic and world silver medalist, who turned 21 on Friday, was almost 2 seconds clear of Slovene Anita Horvat. That is Sports in a Minute. Omega Radio has just presented Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem for people who dream in color. Enibet, your best bet, reminds you to bet responsibly. And Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue in Kingston.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk on Omega Radio.
Yes, Greg. Yes, Gavin.
Of you, Zidane. I have heard you multiple times on this program extol the virtues of LeBron James over Michael Jordan. Say, hey, he averaged more assists per game or more this per game. That's why I'm better.
No, man. I've said I think LeBron is a better passer. I don't really go for the assist.
You never yet use eye test for that.
No, man. I've always said that, Gavin. I always said I think he's a better passer. When you look at when you watch it.
No. You always go to the stats when you use Michael Jordan or LeBron.
No, man. That is when people come up with the scoring, my boss.
Hey, listen.
So, Garvey, you're saying Larry Bird is a greater player than LeBron?
No, I'm not saying. Listen.
I am telling you that at his best, Larry Bird is a better player than LeBron James. Let me lay out the case.
Oh, at his best.
Uninterrupted.
Okay.
Larry Bird played 10 healthy seasons in the NBA. During that time, he won 3 rings, made 5 finals, made 2 finals MVP, including winning 3 straight regular season MVP, something that only one other player has done, Bill Russell. Right?
Yes.
All right.
So Larry Bird resume.
Well,
hold on, before you jump from the MVP. Well, hold on, Garvey, before you jump from the MVP and so on, you're trying to argue that Larry Bird resume is greater than LeBron James?
Did I say that? The only thing that I find in terms of greatness for LeBron James over Larry Bird is longevity. Listen to this. On a per game basis, in the playoffs, Larry Bird averages 2 points less than LeBron James. He averages 3 rebounds less or more than LeBron James, less than an assist less than LeBron James. But his assist to turnover ratio is far superior to LeBron.
So LeBron have more assists than Bird in the playoffs?
He's averaging 7.2 and Larry Bird is averaging 6.5.
So Larry Bird dips when it goes on to the playoffs?
No, he does not. What do you mean dips? He's 6.3 in the regular season and 6.5 in the playoffs. He increases.
Okay.
Larry Bird's numbers across the board gets better in the playoffs. All his percentages are better than LeBron's. Field goal, 3-point, free throw. How can you then turn around and say LeBron is a better offensive player than LeBron?
All right, fine. You win the argument, Garvey. So let me ask you a question. Is Steph Curry a better offensive player than LeBron James?
Me not answer no Steph Curry.
No, but I gave you the winning shot. No, but Garvey, listen now. I'm saying
LeBron James. Hey,
no, Garvey. No, Garvey. When I run from the lick, Garvey. When I run from the lick, you're not.
Garvey, you make.
You're running from the lick. You realize that you're going on.
Garvey, at least hear the man point, no man.
No.
You know I hear him point.
Nothing about no other player.
All right, we're going, Garvey.
All right, Garvey.
Big up yourself. Big up. All right, so listeners, the point he's talking about, his shooting percentage is better from 3 and his free throw percentage is better than LeBron James, so he's a better offensive player. People, Steph Curry shoots better from 3 than LeBron James and from the free throw line. Nobody could argue that Steph Curry is a more dominant offensive force than LeBron James. Garvey spoke rubbish on the radio.
Doc.
Greetings.
This is not Doc.
Orville. Best upon yourself.
This is Doctor.
This is Doctor.
Yes. Come on, Doctor from Spanish Town.
What's up, Doctor?
Yeah, man. I hear the argument, and I kind of come on late, so I'm not quite sure as to where Dwight him did name or.
Yeah, man. Dwight.
The 2 Doc.
Yes.
Yeah. I want to give him a warm time, brethren.
What do you mean?
Meaning what?
In the context, I want to give him a warm time, and maybe he never do enough to help himself, because as a farmer coach, I have a youth who make 2 duck in a one sunlight match. He contributed of 20 balls he made ducks, contributed in a 33-run partnership, and in the second innings make duck again 29 balls. Yeah? Faced for him duck and a partnership at 32 runs.
What number batsman was that?
Number 7. Never met no run. He stayed there.
Well, that is a tail ender.
Was your wicket keeper?
Yeah, him stayed there.
Yeah, but the question
there.
Yeah, but the caller.
Runs was made from the other end.
But Doc,
while he stayed there.
The question was about the batting lineup. The Orville asked about the batting lineup specifically, the top order batsmen, who their job is to make runs. So
right.
You go to the lower order.
I'm just saying, Zidane. If we look at it in that context, right? Then we can say, boy, I never contribute. But then on another
yeah, man. Then if you're the number 10,
you can't discredit the man who contribute to the 29 and 33 run partnership. You know,
if you're Fidel Edwards, my boss, I bat out the entire final session and Brian Lara wins the game.
Yeah.
Then Fidel Edwards would have contributed significantly, even though they make no runs.
Right, so you have to give some merit to him.
But we're talking in the context of a top order batsman who get liquid, like Bavuma from South Africa. Get liquid both time, not do nothing.
Facing only for delivery.
Thing because the listener, them like me, we come on later, and it sounds like
from my end, and maybe other listeners are getting the same
I
thing.
want to tell you something, doing a doctor. If the same number 7, well, number 7, he's primarily there for his keeping, I would assume. So he's not picked only for his batting. Usually the keeper is the 7. But let us say this is a specialist batsman who is there only for his batting.
Mm-hmm.
And him first 4 or 5 games, him in a some 30-run partnership and keep making ducks. How much longer does he stay in it?
No, him can't stay longer if we have option. But the point we are making is that it was a winning effort.
No, man,
you want him to score, but at the same
No.
time,
Let us say your first.
At this conversation, we can't discredit.
And I'm saying, he makes 6 ducks.
Contribute anything.
He makes 6 ducks. Him is an opening batsman.
Mm-hmm.
But all 6 ducks came in 40-run opening partnership.
Yeah.
6 game, 6 opening partnership of 50 or more. He makes 6 ducks, so no win all 6.
Yeah, man, and we appreciate all of the reasoning.
How much longer am I going to stay there?
We know that in the context of what we are talking now, yeah, we know that sometimes we just want one man to hold the other end, Zidane.
So no, but given the scenario, I tell you, him hold the end,
beat it from one end.
Lord have mercy, doctor. I'm giving you your scenarios. Him did it, the other opener beat the ball. Every game in those 6 games, he was involved in a 50-run opening stand.
Mm-hmm.
But he met ducks all 6 times.
Right.
All 6 times you're winning him. Would you say, how long would it take for you to drop him?
Maybe after the second occasion, I don't know you reach.
Then why would you drop a person that
doing well enough
to make you win games?
If your squad have depth on your option, you're going to think about it after 3 games. You're not going to 5 games.
You can't drop a man that is doing well enough to make you win cricket games because it's when you come to win,
Yeah.
So from you drop him, you're admitting to us that he's not doing well enough.
Yeah, man. Then we not say that, but in the context of Dwight reasoning, I mean, I say I would have loved to hear the reasoning or the rationale behind him point. But to not dismiss the man and dismiss him off of the program.
Yes,
Dwight was on for long.
About 10 minutes to talk rubbish.
He was on for longer than the normal.
Is you vote for him in the caller there?
Okay, so him get him chance.
That is you just vote for him in the caller there.
Yeah. So me just put that conversation into context because as I say, the contribution can be valued under different circumstances, don't it?
The man who met ducks as a top order batsman, boss.
No. Didn't do well enough.
Him never do well enough.
As a batsman.
Yeah. Alright, so I leave Dwight thing alone. I'm a gunner. I'm not supposed to know that. I'm a gunner.
Why would we know that?
Yeah, then we don't call out the world and talk about from where I get to beat, man, in a position like where Liverpool in here now.
Yeah.
Up today and down tomorrow.
Well, we need to get rid of this. We need to end this drought, my boss. It's been a while, We need to end it this season.
Yeah, so the people, I don't know. Sometimes we get carried away, but the people with the conversation where I say if Arsenal lose the title, they would have overachieved because their aim was to finish top 4. We can't come here and say I want to lose title.
No, man, that was before the start of the season. You could logically say that.
No, you have analysts now, panel.
No, my boss. I have problems with people. That's what I'm saying.
Accept that because
know that. Yes. Go continue.
Yeah, so right now, I don't know if from inside them a reason to think that we are there. But I don't know where you feel as a gunner yourself.
No, man, we are in a position now that it will be disappointing if we don't win the league, my boss. We're not looking at what I thought.
Right.
If Arsenal is proving us wrong, I had them at 4th, So they are proving me wrong.
Yeah,
so
all of us.
I can look at it and say, boy, at the start of the season, based on what you have done thus far, you are now in pole position to win the league. If you fall off significantly, you have to take some
risks. This coming like Orville. This coming like the Leicester 2016. So Leicter either go on everybody I said them all book them footman because they don't have what it takes. They don't have what it takes. And down to the last 5 matches, I say, time for them book them foot now.
And the foot now book?
Yeah, Leicester foot never book. And Leicester see through to the very end.
And that season we beat Leicester twice,
Yeah.
Yes, Arsenal beat Leicester twice that season.
So, I'm just saying the gunner can do it. I don't know if them just have to have the belief. All right,
clearly they do.
Passion and the enthusiasm and the fight.
Boy, I'm a city man and me almost a hope Arsenal will. May I tell you the truth?
Yeah, like the young players and they're showing character and fight.
Man.
Yeah, and playing some good football as well.
The team Orville for the next 3 years.
Listen, if Arsenal win the Premier League and City win Champions League, I wouldn't buy.
Yeah.
As a city man.
Yeah, man, the team for the next 3 years.
I like them, man. I like them.
All right, Doc.
You know?
Yeah, big up yourself.
Man, and keep the conversation and the vibes going.
All right, doctor. Listeners, before I go to run to the break, this is Larry Bird that Garvey is trying to size up with LeBron James. This is Larry Bird speaking on LeBron James. Obviously, LeBron James, I can't compare him to anybody because he's so great. Just like Michael Jordan was. They are very special players. So Larry Bird, I say, Garvey, don't compare me to LeBron James. And Michael Jordan alone, Larry Bird say must compare to LeBron James. You're Garvey. So you can't let run your way, Garvey. Not me, Zidane Matthews. Larry Bird said sometime last year, I can't compare anybody to him because he's so great. Just like Michael Jordan was. So no size, the man we have size up, I say, no size me up with LeBron, my boss. Out of class, way more dominant. Everything great about LeBron James and Larry Bird. Your Bramble Garvey. We'll take a break. We're coming back.
Your taxes hold the key.
Let's get digital. Get online this March 15. File and pay your final income tax return for 2022 and estimated return for 2023. There are so many options. JamaicaTax.gov.jm, direct funds transfer, NCB online banking, and Scotia online and mobile app. Pay your taxes the digital way. All returns must be filed online and on time. Tax Administration Jamaica, changing the way we do business.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk on Omega Radio.
All right, we go back online.
Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Wagwan Orville, wagwan.
MU.
Why am I saying get a whopping boy?
Yeah. It's good thing you never answer your phone yesterday. No say no more.
Why that say? I don't. Why me can't. Me not accustomed to it now. Not accustomed to it. Cause I perform good from the other day. So this like a one look a bit and frustrated. Zin. So Orville.
Yes.
Me not get the point where you say no one man. Individual.
No one man.
Perform.
No one man can beat no team. No one man can perform well enough to win no team game.
What do you mean by that? I don't understand.
Means if he never had teammates, him couldn't win the game.
Alright, say you have a match and you're down 2-0. Man, you're down 2-0. See? And
Cristiano Ronaldo come score a hat-trick.
85 minutes. And you make a substitute and a man come on and score a trick. You don't have to be Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
A man come on and score a trick. What do you say about that?
He played a great part in helping his team to win. Remember the goalkeeper did save a 2 score upon the keeper, but him did save 5, or 10. So when the man come on at the 85th minute, rather than 2-0 down, he could have been 25-0 down if there was no goalkeeper. And the man will pass the ball to the man will score a trick. Right. So him one can't win the game. So no one man can play well enough to win no team game.
So alright, so put it in a way,
yeah.
Do an individual player can outshine another 10?
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Okay.
One man can be outstanding among teammates, but he can't perform good enough to win no game.
Okay.
No team game.
Because when me say still, if Mbappe didn't score that hat-trick, France would have lose the game. No, they would have a chance to win the World Cup, right? Eh?
Yes. In all likelihood. Well, them lose even with him scoring a hat-trick.
So, what I say, you have to give credit where credit to, man.
Listen what I'm saying again. You're listening?
Uh-huh.
There are individuals that would have done brilliant jobs in helping them team to win games. There are individuals who will do brilliant job even if them team don't win the game. I'm saying no individual performance by itself is good enough to win no team game.
I don't like the point there because guess what? Even in a basketball, remember when they say Suns they now win the game, right?
Yeah.
I've seen Kevin Durant come back.
How many points did Kevin Durant score last night?
I don't know.
How much points Kevin
But
Durant
he-
score?
he-
36 or 37. I think
How
it
many
was
points? How many points did Son score?
120 yard.
You get that? You get that now?
We don't
MU?
really watch basketball.
No, but you hear the scores.
Hear the numbers. Kevin Durant scored 37 and
You still have players. You still have players.
and I think the Phoenix Suns scored 130.
No, listen, stop. MU, stop. Phoenix Suns, we are understanding, scored 120 odd points yesterday. Kevin Durant scored 36 of them, which means that there was still 70 odd or 80 odd points that Kevin Durant had to rely on his teammates for them to win the game. So Kevin Durant didn't even score a half of the team's total. Yeah. So Kevin Durant, as an individual, can't win no game.
No, but me I say still bigger quality to the team because the team was
Hey, MU, come on, MU, man, lift your levels, man. I'm trying to stay calm today.
Yeah.
You will have players who stand out from their teammates. Let me say it again.
Yeah.
You will have players, MU, whose performance will be more outstanding than them teammates. But them individually can't win the game. Do you get the difference?
Yeah, but me I say Orville. Still, you still have to give man credit because without a star player most of the time, the team will keep on losing
MU.
most of the time.
MU.
Yeah.
I'm trying with you.
MU. We have some others. Here, MU.
No, man. Maybe,
we talk again.
Yeah, we can. MU, you have to lift.
Keep listening, MU. You will get it eventually.
No,
all right, MU, we go.
Him not understand the basic point.
Basic. Too basic. Yeah. All right, hello.
Yeah, man, hello.
Oh, Badger degree.
Diego, I hope you listen to your radio, Diego. By the way, it comes like you have 3 shows in Jamaica, 3 talk shows in Jamaica. They one on the road, one up the road, and Badger the Great. There was people that call my phone at them and say, I've been asked to call the radio, come to the radio, and blah, 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 and I'm thinking that. So I mean, why never give them a number for call like they call they have.
Nobody was calling on this program asking for you though.
No, yes. I hear Diego call and ask me, and I hear what's his name, Mount Salem. What do you mean by the clan? I'm a part of the clan.
He said they're a man of the. I think he meant a man of the clan.
No, I don't know what I mean, brother.
Now explain to you what he meant.
I'm saying ask Zidane.
No, but I'm correct. I'm explaining.
Hold on. So why never correct him?
I know what he meant, my boss.
So why never correct him? I said, what do you mean?
I was concentrating on destroying the argument.
Oh, so what? So Orville, so you, what were you doing when you were saying it, Orville?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Yes, no. Yes. So, correct him now, please.
Any sporting points, Badger?
Correct him, yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, man. I'm
yes.
here, man.
Yes.
Yeah. The next thing too. Yes, something happened on Friday that I was shocked about, and I'm still in disbelief. I thought on this program you only get 1 5-minute call per day, but I heard Diego call, and then I hear Diego again. Or is it because he was calling to take me on? You guys broke the rule for Diego to
No, man,
call.
it's not the first time we've allowed somebody to call back. It doesn't happen generally. But there have been exceptions.
No, only in a debate.
No, Badger. There have been exceptions. You have never heard it. But there have been exceptions where we allow people.
Hold on. All right, okay. So I am one of the person who was lucky enough to get Diego to call and take me on. I believe that Diego text when I want to, and say, "Can I call back?" Diego,
you upset that Diego came? You upset that Diego came on back to this?
No, we're not talking about upset. Do I sound upset?
Then why are you making mention of it?
Because Mr. Matthews, when I want to call back and take on somebody, I hope I am giving that.
Yeah, man. If we decide among ourselves, we will allow it.
Only decide. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we will allow
so
it.
You decide. So, okay. Because
yes.
Important. Because I'm so important, they have to call twice to take me on. Wow. Thank you very much, guys. The next thing, too, right? I hear you guys saying that Oral change the argument and so on, and he's saying something else. No one, blah blah blah. Eh? You know what I believe in this argument? I believe that somebody, I don't know if it's on the left or the right of New Zealand, is that upset that he was not the one who come up with such an argument. You know why I believe that? I hear Mr. Higgins now with an argument to say that no one man can make you win and so on. Trying to create another argument underneath the argument. You understand? So I don't know what the original argument was, but when I came to the argument, I asked some questions. And the question that I asked and the answer that I was giving, are you saying that? Are you blaming Mbappe for the loss?
No, we're going past the blame. He never said he's blaming him.
It's me calling now, and I'm a very busy man. You understand?
No, what is your argument? Forget about war.
My argument is that if the team lose a game, they did not do enough to win.
No, that was never the argument. Even though it's not the argument.
That is my argument.
But even though, that is your argument that a team never did enough?
Yeah.
Or say run, go and leave oral trace. All right. Brilliant job from Zidane, Orville, and Diego.
Hold on. And the next thing about
on Friday when we asked. I'm saying on Friday when we asked you the examples about Chris.
Let me talk.
But hold on about you, man. One little thing.
Then if I'm not going to talk, I'm going to go away. So you let me talk. Can I talk, sir?
Why the man can't manage me?
Yes. And I can't manage Zidane. And I'm saying to you, boss man, is that right? The effort of Mbappe or whosoever on the team could have been brilliant, could have been whatever you don't want to call it, but it was not enough. It was not enough.
No, man, you're arguing something that is not being argued. The argument is about whether the superstar did enough in a loss. Oh, you're running from that.
That's where I came with the argument.
Oh, but there was never an argument the way you're putting it.
Yes.
That was not the argument. And even though it's not the argument. But that is not the argument. There's no such argument going on.
All right, I'm bringing a new argument. It's just like Mr. Higgins, I'm bringing a new argument tonight now to say that no one man can make no team win. I don't know where I'm going with that. You understand? And the same thing, I'm bringing a new argument now. You understand? That Mbappe 3 goal, Mbappe effort was not enough. For France.
But that is not an argument.
Well, me are bringing that.
That is factual. But that is factual. No. But that is factual. If I score 3 goals and my team lost, my boss, the 3 goals wasn't enough for us to win. Hold on, my boss, man. The 3 goals would not have been enough for us to win. That is obvious. Or is that an argument?
And it is also factual, boss man, that no one man can do nothing for the team because that team effort. I don't know, Mr. Higgins is going to that.
It is the counter to show that the other side of the argument is so ridiculous. It's
boss man, all happening is that Orville saying it in a different way. That's all he's doing.
To show up the other side of the argument to how nonsensical it is.
Boss man, the other side of the argument that is that Mbappe 3 goals.
All right, but let me ask that question now, Badger. Let me see if you got what it. A goalkeeper save all of the ball in the tournament, and the game draw 0-0 and the team get knocked out. Did the goalkeeper do enough?
Boss man,
he conceded no goals in the tournament.
All right, okay.
But they draw all game 0-0 and him get knocked out. Did the goalkeeper do enough?
Here is a scenario.
No man, you don't answer the question about you.
So what am I doing then?
Did the goalkeeper do enough?
What am I doing?
With that scenario? Yeah, go ahead.
Let me answer the question. Let me answer the question.
Is that yes or no question?
No, you can't tell me if you answer.
Answer your question.
Boss man, my mother say when somebody is talking, I want
to make them talk. All right, answer the question.
Good. Here's a scenario, right?
No, I asked. You ain't giving me a scenario.
It's 4 o'clock, huh?
Okay, we have to run back.
Yeah.
Can you not answer the question?
Yeah, no, you keep.
Me ask the man a question, the man give me a scenario. Boy, you're ridiculous.
It's 4 o'clock, sir. I work 25,000 an hour. I can't get no more money off my day. Have a nice day.
All right, so that's one remind the people that the Monday Night League is on tonight. 5 o'clock, Portmore versus Chapton, and the match where everybody talk about Mount Pleasant versus Cavalier. Not only for the speed versus Whitmore thing, but the 2 top goal scorers in the Premier League, Trevante Stewart and Anderson from Cavalier, will be going at it. 500 them say before game time. I must say grand after 6 o'clock. All right, that's it, you know. Program. I think there wasn't a lot of brambles today. It was one of the bramble-less days today. But except for 1 or 2. Which you will expect in any 3-hour program like this. Alright? So big up to Mr. Manning on the other side of the glass. Miss Trowers. Yes! An intern here, Miss Trowers. She celebrated the fact that she's a technical intern from the Edna Manley College. Big up, Miss Trowers. Miss Trowers, what's your first name? We're going to have to get your first name for tomorrow. But she's an intern here. Learning the rule. You never know, sir, radio so sweet. All right, big up, Craig. All right, join us tomorrow, same time, same place. We'll be back to this all over until then. So long.
that's the Sports Desk for today. Remember to tune in and participate on the Sports Desk Mondays through to Fridays 1 to 4 p.m. on the